Good evening, good evening. Horrifyingly, after I started the stream, I had this pop-up appear on the top corner of the chat with a Crunchyroll logo. Holy fuck! Subscribe to earn drops, it says. I would rather have my caravan just blow up and kill me than fucking give money to Crunchyroll. But hey, nice to know your subscriptions are supporting them. almost all set up. Good to be back, everybody. Weird. I just tried to open the game and it like immediately kicked me out. It has like a screen for if you've installed mods. It's like, hey, if you need to accept the risk, and I think I refused to accept the risk, so it just closed the game. What do I click here? Oh, I have to read the disclaimer, and then it was grayed out before. All right, we're back. We're back. The scuff has already begun. Alright, let's get started. Hello everybody. Hi, welcome. It's Spike After Dark, yeah! We're back and we are here in the relatively earlier time slot of 11 PM. It's not even midnight yet, and yet we are here. Hello Horo, hello Never. How are you guys? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome. Whoa, I broke my arm. Hand tracking's a little fucked. We've been gone a while. The evil roommate has been vanquished. He wasn't evil, really. He was just a regular guy that wanted to sleep. But fuck that shit. Anyway, we're back with more of the car park game. Parking garage raleigh circuit. The title of this game is always a bit of a mouthful. I always just want to call it like Car Park Rally or something. But of course, them Americans, they like to say parking garage. And yeah, I guess that's technically true, Rock. Yes, he did. But yeah, okay, so catch up on the roommate situation, because I'm sure not all of you are constantly keeping tabs on my bullshit. So basically, at the start of the year, relatively close to the start of the year, February or so, I was shacked up with one of the entertainers here. And basically I had to share the caravan. So it's not something I had to do last year. But unfortunately, the luck of the draw was not with me, at least at the start of this year. And I had to share. Initially, I was like, fuck it, I'll just stream anyway. And I just, thought, oh, I'll just end stream, like, relatively early. I won't stay up too late, and I'll use my indoor voice. I won't scream too much. But it didn't help much, because the walls here are super thin, and I still ended up getting told off for it. Not by him, but because I think my manager had overheard him talking to some of the others about my streaming habits and how it was keeping him up. Yeah, I know, I wasn't noisy at all. I was very quiet during the times when I would stream with him in the building, but I was absolutely holding back. Like, if I'm at a 10 normally, I was at like a 5. I was very much holding back. Still wasn't enough. Still wasn't even close to enough. So fuck it. I had to hold off streaming for a while. For the past few weeks, I've only really been able to stream on Thursday because it was the day he was out of here, which sucked, because it's also my day off. My day off is like, God, it's like I get the one fucking day a week where I can like actually relax in the evenings, and it sucked. I had to kind of like use that for my streaming day, and also obviously stop by like midnight, so like I had to start a little early on some of those Thursday streams. So yeah, it was dumb. But the good news is my roommate got a new job. He's going to work on a boat, so it will no longer be an issue. I will not have anybody else living in my van this year because his replacement is somebody who I'm not sharing with, because it is a female, and boys share with boys and girls share with girls. Therefore, I'm not sharing with anybody because we have no more boys. And that will hopefully remain the case for the rest of the year. Meaning, no more bullshit. I'm on my own. We can stream all we want. I'm still going to have to start late because I'm still working late. But I can stream as long as I want. As long as I can stay up. And we can get back to a fairly regular schedule. I can get back to doing my fucking Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays like normal. Which I'm very relieved about, because I've been having to do all kinds of bullshit just to get my stream reps in. Anyway, hopefully things should be back to normal now, relatively speaking. At least compared to... It'll be like similar to last year. It'll still be late streams, but they won't be like one a week or whatever the fuck, which was miserable. I didn't like that at all. I like having multiple a week. Yeah... He's a nice enough guy. I can't bitch too much because like he was very chill generally, and he never like said anything to my face, which I don't know. I don't know if that's a character strength or a character weakness. But like I heard through the grapevine that it was a bit of a problem, and that's when I kind of figured, okay, well I better stop before I get fucking fired. A shame I didn't get put in the same caravan with a gamer girl. I don't know if she's a gamer girl yet. I don't know shit about her. I think we were speculating last stream, weren't we? Well, I do know so all I have at the moment... Oh. In fact, no, I'm not going to say anything. I've literally told co-workers my stream title and what I stream as. I've already self-doxed myself to some of my co-workers who are like interested. And we're just like, oh yeah, so what kind of stuff is it? So I'm going to be careful about what I say, but, Yeah, there may or may not be a girl joining us. There's a girl joining us soon. Yeah. Fucking roommate told everyone you stream. Kind of, yeah. I kind of had to be like, okay, well, here's what it is. Because I think, like, on the surface, like, me being, like, shouting and shit in the middle of the night. Yeah, normies and etiquette and all that, yeah. you know, I didn't want to be like weird about it though, so I was like, yeah, you know, I'm called Spike on the internet and I do this kind of stuff. I play racing games, and you know, my manager's a nerd, so he gets it. And I explained things to him, but like he was suggesting like, oh, maybe try some mute streams or something. It's like, mute streams? I can't become the next corpse, dude. Like, mute streams are not gonna work for me. Not for my fucking audience, not for my type of game. It's just not happening. So, for a while, we were kind of up shit creek, where we didn't really know how we were going to approach things. I was heavily considering moving things to my car and trying it that way, because I did recently get back my gaming laptop. It's been repaired. It's in good fit now. And I even bought a car charger adapter for it. So, for a while, that was really looking like that's what it was going to be. But thankfully, it's not. We're all good. We don't have to fucking stream from the car. Which was going to be kind of a fun adventure. I still might do it eventually, but for now, we're just back in my room, in the van, and everything's good. As long as the MiFi holds up, we should be having relatively smooth sailing from here, hopefully. I mean, I don't know. But yeah, normie etiquette and all that. I couldn't really hide it any longer, so I had to somewhat dox myself to like 2 or 3 people. If anybody mysterious turns up in the chat, then we might know who they are. But yeah, thankfully, because I'm not living with anybody, I should be good to make as much noise as I want within some relative, you know, relative level. I think if I do my usual karaoke's and shit, I might get complaints from like the neighbors, but you know, I still might do a few. I did get away with the last few I did. I did a few on my anniversary stream just for the hell of it to see if anything happened. Nothing happened. So they'll just fucking they'll just deal with it, you know. So we might do a karaoke. Yeah, probably my manager. Yeah, I reckon he probably will check it out at some point, because he does play video, and he is a geek, so he'd probably check it out. But the others are probably way too normie. And it remains to be seen if my new co-worker is a gamer girl or not. If she is, maybe she'll join in at some point. I doubt it though. But yeah, should be fun. Should be better times ahead. And we're gonna attempt to get back to playing the stuff I want to play. This one, I played a little bit of about 3 hours worth last time. I ended up getting like kind of good at it, but like it was, it's a tough game as you get onto the later stages, and it seems like it's had quite a bit done to it since I last streamed, so it should be fun. Something I want to show you guys that I think you'll get a kick out of is, as I was looking for images of this game to use for the Twitter banner, I found a very amusing thumbnail. I want you guys to give me your initial thoughts of it, because it's relatively innocuous. It's just like a site that did an interview with one of the designers of the game, and I want you to give me your immediate thoughts on it. So when you see this, do you not just think, where's his pants? He is in fact wearing khakis. But I saw this come up and I was like, damn, he got his old wang around, dude. This is Mr. Wallaber. No, I'm not dick doxing this guy on stream, but like this is one of the first things that comes up when you Google this game. Like the dude just looks like he's wearing a t-shirt. He's got his dick out. I mean, fair play to him, but no, those are pants. They're just incredibly skin colored. Anyway, Thank you, Mr. Walliver, for your great game. This is one of those looks where if an anime girl has this look, it's like super, super cool. But if a guy has this look, then nobody's interested. I think it's a damn shame, you know? Like if I dress like this and have like an oversized t-shirt on and no pants, nobody's gonna care, you know? Not even the femme goslings go for this. Anyway, thank you for that. Anyway, that is what you can experience from Googling this game and looking at the results. But it's a great game. I enjoyed it last time, so let's get back to it, shall we? All right. So. Let's load it back up. But yes, enough about me. Hopefully all you guys have been well and you've been doing okay. It's good to see all of you here. It's parking garage, and exactly, Murder. Dude, Murder, you're a Brit like me. You must be fucking horrified at all the Americanisms in this title. Parking garage. Parking garage rally circuit. Bro, just call it a fucking car park. What are you talking about? Anyway. Gut. Here we go. There we go. And let's just resize that. Here we go. Death race in the old multi-story. The old multi-story, the supermarket car park. Just going downtown in the old multi-story, having a little race with the lads. What mods did I get? I got a few. I think I got the Crash Team Racing stuff. And some other fun things. Anyway, yes. There are mods to this game. Quite a few now. So I grabbed whatever I could find that looked interesting. On the Steam Workshop. Okay, we should have sound and video now. Hopefully everything works. Oh, we got that great Scar song again. Let me pump that up a little bit. A bit low at the moment. There we go, that should be about right. If you do need to, if anything needs further adjustment, just let me know. Okay, yes, there is also online multiplayer, which I think there was last time, but it may have been fleshed out a bit more. Don't actually remember. It may not have existed at all. It was a while ago that I played this. Oh, look at that. It still has the same graphics mode I had with the heavy differing. Can we have a look? Maybe I can find out what mods I've got. Oh, manage mods. Here we go. Alright, here's what I got. I've got the these tracks here. I've got the Sonic Mania one, the Japan mod, the CTR stuff, Bro Honky Bedroom, objects I found in my bedroom. All sound great, so we'll certainly check those out. Alright, and let's continue what we were doing last time. We're still on stage 5, I think, so we didn't actually make it that far. Let's have the red one. Alright, let me try and remember how to play this shit. It's been a while. Hold on, I might need to readjust the resolution a little bit because it plays in a window in the window, which is a bit fucked. It's one of those games. It's like something on DOS. So bad at this game. I haven't even started playing yet, Rock. I literally only accelerated about 2 centimeters in front of me. What do you mean I'm bad? Alright, here we go. That's about right. This game seems dumb at first, but it does have a learning curve. Yes, I found that too. I hit the learning curve pretty fast, as I recall. Oh, my best is in front of me. That's nice. Am I hitting the right buttons? I think so. I haven't found the drift button yet, though. Alright, yeah, it's square. Okay. Window within a window. You mean like PC98 Eroge? Yes, hell yeah, I do, Murder. You know. Just adventure games in general would always have that. There was an art to like having a nice border around the window though with like old eroge. It's definitely part of the vibe. Oh, here we go. Drift for longer. Yeah, hold on. I'm just getting used to it. Hold on. Yeah, you have to chain them. Don't look at the leaderboards. Okay. What, are you on there? There we go. Microdosing. Yeah. Oh, what am I doing? No! It's okay. Oh, that's my last best, not my actual best. Jesus, I'm like filling up this stage with shitty ghosts at the moment. No! Oh my god, I haven't played a game in too long. What's happening to me? Hold on, let's try again. Okay, we did the boost. We got this shit. We got this. Let's try that again. Is the sound okay, by the way? Hope it's not too quiet. Alright, here we go. I'm always doing this one too early. Sounds fine. Nice, thank you. Look at all the fucking shitty ghosts. They're just forming a conga of shit right now. Skanking, it is. Got the skanking music here. Skank by numbers. Alright, here we go. Well, I got 41 seconds that time. New best. Is that the bronze? Oh, I got the bronze trophy. We need to get 40 for the silver. Let's do the endurance.
Ready, set, go!
No boost this time. This is the opposite. I have to survive, right? For enough time. So I get a little bit of extra time each time. I think there's a bit more music now, actually. I remember last time, I think that was only the one track. It's the cool thing about playing modern games, where they're always constantly being updated. Oh, look at that! I did like a wall ride there. That was cool. Set. Okay, thank you, Never. No! I've completely left the track. It's still good. But yeah, I've been like super busy lately. Mostly doing all these like call out jobs and driving around a lot. We had like so much busy work at work for a while, like big fucking events happening and shit, and then like it's cooled down now where it's much quieter, and like I'm actually finishing work like before 11, which is great. But man, I've just been like, I've been so fucking busy that I've barely even noticed like all the shit going wrong with me. Like oh shit, am I running out of gas? What the fuck's going on here? Oh, I'm running out of time, of course. So I actually like I bashed my leg on a table like 2 weeks ago. Not yet. I haven't. I've been driving my own car mostly for when I'm doing the call out stuff, but like I might be in the van soon. I was in the van a lot like late last year. Wow, look at that, 3,280 Hz. Nicely done. Anyway, as I was like modifying a stage light a couple weeks ago, I like put myself through a table wrestling style, and like it basically had like a bad top on it that like slid off, and then just like fucking crumbled on the floor. And basically I just slid down with it and like bashed my knee on the fucking table. And sort of really more like my calf, like just below. And I didn't really think much of it. I just kind of like, well, ow, that stung. Anyway, shake it off. And I had like a fucking 12-hour day or some shit, so I just kept working. And like I noticed like today, like this morning, like, oh, that bruise is fucking growing. So I think I probably have to like go see if I've got a fucking infection tomorrow. And that's the plan for my day off. So basically, fuck my life lately. I just can't relax for even a second. They should never. I completely agree. What they claim is that they'll like reimburse me if I send them the gas receipts or whatever. But yes, I may have like a dodgy bruise on my leg at the moment, so I better go to the fucking A&E tomorrow so I don't have to have my fucking leg chopped off. Anyway, basically I've been so fucking busy lately that I didn't notice I had a fucking purple and yellow thing growing on me. And this is the life of a boy failure, everybody. That's just fucking like trying my best to be normal, have a normal job. But yeah, it's been very, very busy. Yeah, it's like, it's not that bad, but like I called my dad before the stream and was like, hey, have you had anything like this? And he was like, yeah, you should probably go get that looked at tomorrow. Am I giving you the ick right now, Rock? Sorry. But yeah, it hasn't actually been hurting or anything. It's just been like totally normal. Like, so like, I doubt it's anything like too crazy, but I think I probably like should have put a plaster on that shit when I did it, and I think it may have gotten a little infected. Anyway, such is the life. I think this is a kind of an old man problem as well, because I would get cuts and bruises all the time as a kid, and nothing ever happened. But I think when you get older, shit just affects you more, you know. The sad ska music really complements this story. Right, what's going on here? The menu is always confusing me. I remember this happening before as well. Training video. Where the fuck am I? Alright. Alright, here we are. Is it San Francisco, Seattle, New Orleans? Alright, what stage am I on? Okay, so I have those two available. Let's try San Francisco then. I don't remember which one I was just on a second ago. I presume it was probably San Fran. Getting fucking defeated by menus. It could only be me. Alright, I think I got the timing right that time. Oh, I remember this one. I played this one before. Oh, this is the track that has the vocals. It's nice. Very Real Big Fish-esque. Right, go. It's like that, but it also sounds like it's been translated from Japanese or something. The lyrics are a little odd. I like it though. Okay, we're still in it. We're still in it. Anyway, I'll probably next be streaming like Friday, I think. I'll probably chill tomorrow. But thankfully, as the evenings aren't too bad lately, I'll probably be able to get home and... Ah, fuck, I completely blew that. But it will start getting busy again, because I think there's another half-term coming. And of course, it's always when the fucking summer holidays and half-terms and Easter and all that shit comes that it gets real busy over here. But yeah, lately I've just been like, I don't know, I've been wanting more out of my life than fucking work because it seems like that's all there is, you know? So I'm looking forward to streaming more. It does. That's probably what they were going for, because they're going for like the Sega Saturn style with this game. And the 90s style. So like I think that's very much intentional. It reminds me of like, you know, like Sonic songs and stuff like that. You know? It just has that vibe of like something that made more sense or sounded cooler in its original language. But like that's fine. You know, I like the vibe. Oh my god, look at that. Scraping by with milliseconds to spare. Let's try that again.
Ready, set, go!
Yeah, I was surprised to see so many mods come out for this. It's getting a bit of a community going, which is really good to see. I think somebody has gone ahead and ported the entirety of Crash Team Racing to it, which is very interesting. That's also kind of a drift-heavy game, so I could see why they did that. Wait, Happy Yo-Yo just fucking passed me. Who the fuck is that? Am I being like lapped by CPU ghosts or some shit here? Happy Euro Yo-Yo. Let's go. Ah ha ha ha. I'm in front now. No. Why are they putting random CPUs in front of me, dude? Well, I presume that's like a ghost of... Yeah, a ghost of an actual person that played this. Cool. I didn't think they'd just throw a random ghost at me. Well, I've officially lapped them, so that ghost can get fucked. Also, my old ghost can get fucked too, because he crashed and I didn't. Progress. No! Oh my god, no! Oh, now Nohaim is in here too. Who the fuck is that? Oh god, and Dwagon? Dude, the entire fucking leaderboard is passing me right now. Fuck this. Well, they must have heard you, Never. Fucking Yoro. Need to throw pictures of muscular men their way. Right, here we go. Oh my god, I'm losing all my momentum. Yeah, we got nothing. Fucking beaten by Dwagon. It's so over. During the sax solo. the sad decline. I got ranked 338. That's not too bad. That's better than like 4,500 or whatever the fuck I was before. I've only done the regular races. Ah, I see. Alright, we're doing the Seattle race now. I think. Yeah? Can we do it? No, we can't do it. I'm still a little confused by the menu. So we got bronze, silver, bronze. New Orleans is next. We don't have anything. Oh, nobody's done... Yeah, I think everybody skips them, I guess. Because, like, the other one was, like, in the thousands. I bet airport fans fucking love this game. There's so many airports. Well, they've definitely got more music now. I remember, like, Another Level was the song from most of the tracks last time. They've got, like, a sexy sax one for this now. Cool. Naturally. 120%. It's like fucking, what other games go to 120? That's just insane. Ah, dude, it's over. Nah, restart time. I think some of the Crash Bandicoots have like 120. You have to get all the fucking gems and shit. I think Banjo-Kazooie has something stupid like 102 or some shit. The gem rules, yeah. 2 is 120. Yeah, that's right. That's right. For psychopaths only. I've been told the recent game is like Crash 4 is like one of the fucking most frustrating games to ever try and get the 120 on it ever. Like, it's just like insanity. Alright, here we go, here we go. Alright, lock the fucking spike, come on. But yeah, things have been going well at work otherwise, aside from like how much I'm there. I'm gonna book a week off soon. Probably go on a holiday with my dad and chill for a bit. But the main thing that's like, I think like even when I'm like working all the time and like grinding and shit, being able to come home and stream made a lot of difference. Even when I was just kind of barely getting it in there, because like it's just good to be out around a bunch of fucking dorks that I can actually talk to a bit more. Oh, let me just skip all that shit. Checkpoint missed. No, they're not letting me have it. They're not letting me have it. Because like I'm not very good at being a normie, and I'm like having to try harder than ever this year because like there's so few. I don't know. There's so few dorks around. Oh, dude, I think I missed another one. But they're all nice people and stuff. It's been fine otherwise. But yeah, it's weird. I definitely miss when I was able to socialize more online, you know? Which I think is probably something you could all relate to somewhat. Because like certainly in early VTubing, like when we were all fucking stuck in our houses anyway, like naturally was a lot of it, but now pretty much all the social reps I'm getting are in person, which I don't really like because I still like streaming, you know? I still want to do it, and I still like the community, the people that watch me, the people that watch others, people I've met and stuff. So like not having it and not really being able to have it is very frustrating because like last year I was still kind of able to squeeze stuff in, but after I kind of got told off, it was like, ah, fuck. So I don't really want to get fired, but I don't want to be here forever either, but I just don't want to get fired. You know what I mean? I do want to segue this into doing something that's a bit easier on me. Not just in terms of workload, but in terms of like living and shit. I don't want to be in a fucking caravan forever, you know? These things get cold. And they rock when it gets a little windy. And it just kind of sucks living at work. I'm sure you guys can understand. Like, there's really no escape, you know? If somebody needs to wake me up at 9 AM to call me in to like set up for a meeting or something, they can just do it, and I have to go in, you know? I'm like on call basically. So like that side of it I won't miss, you know? Be very happy to like only work during work hours next time I'm at a job, because like this is very much a round the clock thing, even though it isn't supposed to be. But like I get called to the other parks nearby when something goes wrong, and I like sometimes have to do extra stuff here to get ready. But like my manager's super cool about it and isn't making me do like every every single hour I'm obligated to, you know. He like goes easy on me sometimes compared to the absolute stickler for the rules I had last year, who was a bit of a psycho, which I'm sure I talked about on stream. But like, yeah, it's a different vibe. So like, that part of it's fine. I do miss having the extra day off though. It's a trade-off. I get more of the daytime, but I have to do more evenings. Theoretically, I get more of the daytime. It doesn't actually work out that way on weeks like this, where I'm called out to like every other park and constantly doing shit and driving. But like, theoretically, that's how it works. Damn, I'm losing to myself here. Sounds illegal to me. I don't think it's illegal, but I know what you mean. The whole job is like bordering on that, to be honest. It was I kind of felt that way last year too. If you guys remember the roommate I had like towards the end of the year, the kind of geeky one, who was actually perfectly cool with me streaming and actually did tell me to do it. And I did stream many times while he was there. Well, at least a few times. I had some other shit I was going through, but like, yeah, like I managed to. He was like cool enough and young enough that he was just like, yeah, just stream. I don't fucking care. I'll just listen to music. And you know, he was cool. But like, what he found was that after doing the job for like a month, he had his fucking fill because he realized that everybody was doing way more than they were supposed to. You know, it is unfortunately one of those jobs where you are expected to wear many hats. You know, and that's just kind of the way it went. I'm more used to it now, but it was a bit of a culture shock for me as well at first. But yeah, it's a sacrifice. You know, there aren't really a lot of tech jobs out there that will give you this many hours and this much consistent work. A lot of it is like contractual, like limited time things. When you're doing like venue teching. Because a lot of it will be like, you know, specific shows and stuff like that are running for a specific time, and then you're back out on the street, you know, you only get a little bit of work, and you just kind of have to keep like funneling stuff in to keep working. That's how it is for a lot of techs anyway. There is other stuff that's consistent. I've talked about it before, but like a lot of guys go for boat jobs where you go out to sea and you just run all the entertainment on the boat. That's pretty popular. I feel like I'll probably eventually wind up doing a boat job eventually because every fucking tech does. But like, I don't know. Yeah, I get to live like a gypsy, like a jippo. Exactly. So I don't know how I feel about it. I don't want to do it forever. You know, I want to finish this year and get like a good 2 years under my belt because people love jobs and stuff and managers and they love seeing 2 years, you know. They love seeing more than a year, more than 2 years, you know. Do not for the love of all that is holy do the cruise liner circuit. Yeah, it's an absolute last resort, I think, because like you do have to like give up even more of your time. It's basically like a 24-hour job. Like, if we're talking about this being close to illegal, that's actually illegal, but they get away with it. Like, I know a couple guys that do the Disney cruises, and the schedule they are on is, like, the stuff of nightmares. You even get MiFi if you're on a boat. So, because MiFi relies on, like, the 4G towers, probably not. Like, at some point in the middle of the ocean, you have to be far enough away that you're not near any tower, you know? And welcome, Andy, by the way. Hope you're doing well. But, yeah, I think MiFi would probably be a bust on a boat. So I wouldn't want to do that. They'd hopefully have their own internet, but I'm sure there'd be like a million people trying to use it at once, you know. But yeah, like that's not something I'm going to do, you know, for the record. I'm not, like, I'm going to be fucking going through a lot of other options before I consider, oh, I'll just go on a boat. But like, I think the struggle for techies is that you do need something consistent to pay rent, you know. And a lot of it is inconsistent. A lot of it's like 0-hour contracts and limited time contracts and shit like that. But very occasionally you do see something. So I'm going to be looking next year, I think, for something else. If I can live in a fucking apartment or a house and not be in the middle of the ocean or in a RV, then I'll be very happy. If I'm not living in a motor vehicle, we'll be making progress. Alright, I need to get 213 on this one. And my drifts are not long enough.
Ready, set, go!
Also, I'm falling all over the place every single time. Oh, look at that! That was cool. Cost me some time, but it looked cool. It looks like, you know when you push a dog over, when it's like... when it's like sitting like a human. And you just watch it fall. He just had his little legs up. You've got to get to a point where the only car you're sleeping in is your race car frame bed. Exactly, Caleb. I hope I get to reach that point soon. And welcome. Hope you're doing well. So, like, the positive from working this very intensive job is that I am saving a lot of money, which is what it's good for, because I have most of the rent taken care of, because it's obviously a company vehicle. I still have to pay a little bit for like utilities and whatever, but overall it's not bad. And I have managed to save a lot of money, so I'm hoping that when I'm done here, I can get my living situation sorted pretty quick, and just do anything else I need to do money-wise. I mean, I'm not like rolling in the dough or anything, but it's one benefit. I mean, I am rolling in it compared to what I was, which is like, I was in the minuses before I got this job, like, consistently. So I'm not in the minuses, so that's good. I was living on a constant deficit, just hoping I didn't hit the actual limit. I'm killing my own speed too much by like miscalculating drifts. You have to be very careful here. Also, I could get more boost if I'm cleverer. Yeah, I'm not broke anymore, which is good. I mean, I was always broke, for the record. Like, I'd still find ways to do stuff even though I was broke, by like being clever about how I saved money, and obviously I like got benefits from the government and all that when I was like unemployed for long enough and all that shit. Although usually, for me, it was usually like not being unemployed. It was usually like working really shitty jobs that didn't pay me. I was only unemployed for a relatively short time, but like, yeah. It was tough, like, just having money that just immediately fucking vanished, you know? And now it's like, the money's not vanishing, I am saving it, and I'm being able to buy myself nice things and whatnot occasionally as well, and feed myself and all that shit, so, you know, it's good. Really don't know what I'm doing with my life, to be honest. Yeah, I feel that. Just keep trying things, Rock, is all I can suggest. Like, you might find something you really enjoy doing, and you're not gonna find it from doing nothing, you know? And like, I don't know, this job is good because I do enjoy being a techie. I do enjoy running shows, managing the sound. I really lock in, and when I'm doing like sound and lights and stuff, I get really into it. I really enjoy like bands coming and doing their sound and just being part of the show a little bit, you know? That part I really enjoy. All the extracurricular stuff, all the driving around and fucking driving 20 miles to turn on a screen for some fucker, all that shit, hate it. Hate it. But like the general like evening stuff is really nice. So like I'd love to be like a venue tech and just like run stuff and set up bands and just, you know, and just set stuff up and like run lights and do people's sound and stuff like that. I've been getting really into it. I'm so much better at sound than I used to be, especially like being able to equalize shit and get the right levels and everything. So like I've been improving a lot, which is good. But like that part of it I do want to do, and I do hope that I'm able to get good enough experience here and good enough reputation or whatever the fuck that I can move on to something else. But like in terms of like actually working at a holiday park, it's not what I want to be doing for the rest of my life. Not at all. Fucking hell, I've had enough. These places are like, they're hellish sometimes, you know. All the constant party dances and shit, and you get well acquainted with what songs are popular, and you just hate them all, you know. A bit like working retail. Cruise liners are a floating plague barge. They're the worst parts of working in a hotel. The extremely castle and peasants' quarters mindset behind the hideous McMansion design and company towns, all neatly contained on a tiny floating hell island that rarely has to follow any laws. So true, especially that last part. You're absolutely true. I was saying earlier, like, I know a guy that does the Disney cruises, and like they can get away with it, and they do, and by it I mean everything. You are working the most antisocial bullshit hours I've ever heard. You get literally no day off, and it's fine apparently. But yeah, let me catch up. The secret to victory in this game is getting as many blue drifts as possible. Right. Thank you. Yeah, we just got to hold it for longer. Broke, overworked, pick one. Yeah, exactly. You can only pick one. Real life Chupa concerts. I hope so. I'd love to do something like that. Yeah. Never could drive the trailer. Oh yeah, you don't need a truck license over here. You got a regular license. That's fine. Yeah, I hope I can do something like that eventually. It'll be fun. I'm surprised no tubers are like a traveling act, you know, and the parks. Because we get a lot of interesting things. We get DJs and we get singers and bands, comedians. I've never seen a tuber that like performs at a holiday park. So if you're a tuber listening to this right now and you want to find the niche and you think all the old people at these parks would appreciate you, then you know, there's an opening. I can get you a booking. Alright, there's a blue drift. Alright. Yeah, don't let go until it's blue. Alright, I had to let go that time. But I think most people I know would have no comprehension of what a VTuber even is, you know? The world of holiday parks is so far removed from like the world of streaming and stuff like that. Oh, I like the little sound effect here. Gotta become an animator on cruises to force tubby little bastards to work out. Yeah. That's a good plan. Off-Kai 2025 still on the menu? Probably not. Maybe. I'm still kind of unsure. I have to like, I can definitely get the time off, but I have some family stuff that's like hitting around the same time. So like I'm still kind of figuring stuff out. Always read that as Mr. Beast instead of My Beast. Yeah. That is the danger of putting those letters together now. But like potentially it is. Yeah, I'm joining V Shoujo, the male division. I can certainly attend, but yeah, whether or not I'll be able to work there for the weekend, I don't know. As of right now, just due to timing and hotel shit. Because like I will have to be available a lot, and I can't really confirm if I'll be available all weekend yet, which is the tricky part. And I also don't want to get shanked in Birmingham. Yes, very true. I've been to Birmingham before and survived, so I could probably do it again. Probably. Birmingham would like always get, they'd always get fucking good concerts and stuff over there. So I've been a few times, admittedly, and like there's a lot of like homeless and stuff, and a lot of people will approach you, but nobody's shanked me yet. My best is still in front of me. Classic UK. Using a voice changer. Oh my god, what did I just do? Hold on, I need to get my fucking eye on the road. Yeah, I'm using a voice changer right now. I've actually been a girl this whole time. So I'll actually just be joining as a girl. I don't think V Shoujo have a male division, do they? To my knowledge. So that's probably never happening. Oh, for fuck's sake. V Shonen. Yeah. It's a good name. Let's just start it. You too, Rock? You becoming tuber with me? Another one bites the dust, never. Sorry. Don't give them ideas. They do it too. Nice. We can become fuckboys together. Yeah, I'm afraid we'll all have to go. I'd do it if I got to hang out with Henya. She's great. And Kason too, I suppose. She's pretty cool. And I guess Iron Mouse is nice. Yeah, I guess there's a few decent ones over there. He would too. He absolutely would. Oh, I beat my best that time. Only temporarily. Dude, I hate this bit where it gets dark. I'm so bad at telling where I am. Okay, I'm losing to this guy's ghost, but not my own. Big drift, blue drift. Go, 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 go. Oh my god, no! I saw the blue and I was like, oh, over there, but no, he's missing the fucking jet plane. I mean, what else would Rock Me stream, if anything? But yes, there can be only one. There's been a lot of debate lately on Twitter and the like about what about like hollow stars and stuff like that. About what the what's the secret source of male VTubing? When are they gonna crack it to like really make it viable on the same level? I think from a corpo level is the main thing people are talking about, because I don't know if any corpos have really become quite as big. Although some indies have been like decently big, but I think indies are a slightly different vibe. I think corpo VTubing relies so much on you being a fucking girl and doing like girly shit. It's hard to say. Yeah, I think it might not, honestly. Males are the spenders, and they are not going to spend on other males. Indeed, indeed. Well, it does. Yeah. It definitely counts out that part. There's more girls that are working, I suppose, and like the idea is to get the Fujo audience that like spends money on dojins and whatever to spend money on a person instead. And obviously it's worked in small amounts, but like the big fucking stuff has never really like gone over the edge, so to speak. Fact flood, truth nuke. Yeah. I think you're probably right. So I feel like it's slightly different with indies, because indies aren't really like, they're not really going for the same appeal. Indies such as myself, of course, because we can afford to do more of a hangout thing, whereas I feel like corpo males can't. You know, they have to give it all the gloss and glam and then BFE and all the rest of it. Whereas, and the issue with that is, of course, that they're not really getting the funding to do that on the same level that the girls are. So like, I always see people moaning about how completely like malnourished they are in terms of like concerts and merchandise and and models, and they all the corpo males get fuck all. They're still on the same shit they had like back in 2020. That, or they've gone back to being indies, you know. Yeah. They need to remove the idol stuff from males first. Just doesn't work. Yeah. I would say like Randon's a good example of that. Like he's done better as an indie and continues to. So like, I just don't know. He has a sexy voice and stuff. Like you couldn't have asked for a better guy for the part. But like, there's just, you know, it's just not really the vibe. It just doesn't really like seem to be something that hits with like a big audience. But also, you can kind of argue the rabbit, the chicken and egg situation. Whereas, like, can it hit with an audience if you're not funding it properly? You're not like giving it the same weight as the girls. Like maybe it just needs to reach the right eyes. Like you could argue that, but I think it's more likely that it just fundamentally isn't gonna stick. You know? Yeah. Like, I feel like it is the hangout guys that could kind of do it, you know? Asmongold in this fucking house that's falling apart and crawling with leeches and bugs and cockroaches. Fucking dude. Oh my god. Like, he is a VTuber, dude. He's like the traditional boy failure VTuber. Fucking dude's a mess. Also a complete idiot, but you know, that goes without saying. The mold man, yeah. That shit's so gross, dude. I'm not super clean either. Like, you know, as I mentioned, I've had people, you know, my bosses and whatnot, moan about my van not being, like, super tidy and shit. But oh my god, I would never let anything get like that, dude. I'd be fucking horrified. Like, there's levels to this shit. Like, for me, a bit of mess is like a pile of clothes or something, you know? Not fucking being crawled on by roaches. Oh god. Rust and gold. Basically, yeah. Yeah, for me he's more famous as the fucking the roach man than anything else. Has a hoarding problem, genuinely some kind of childhood trauma. Yeah, I think that must be it. Often that stuff is like deep-seated. I knew a few hoarders actually as I was growing up. I had a friend in college who was like, he had a hoarding family too, and the place looked very similar. Like when I'd go to his house, it'd be like just gross as hell, like just trash everywhere. But like it wasn't trash to them. It was like hoarding, you know. It was all valuables. But those places have a very specific smell about them, and it's not good, you know. Imagine the tuber is a literally mold king that lives between the ancient bug civilizations. That does sound good, actually. I think that would be Kino. Yeah, it is very abnormal because you can have all that money and still not see a problem, you know. Yeah, he can afford to hire people. You know, and some people do hire help, you know. A lot of those big streamers and even some big VTubers, like hiring a maid or something is not uncommon, you know, once you get to that level. But like, yeah, there's no excuse for it. Like, dude needs to go to therapy or something and get that shit clocked because it's disturbing. Yeah, I think so. And I can understand. Like, I went through a lot of horse shit last year, particularly like near the start of the year and the end of the year, where like my surroundings were not really getting taken care of the best because I had like tunnel vision because of all the incredible amounts of depression I was going through due to family shit, as you guys already know. So like there were points where I wasn't cleaning my room and I wasn't showering and stuff like that, and it wasn't a problem in my head because I had like tunnel vision, you know. It's not necessarily like it's not like you're actively thinking about it. So when somebody says, "Oh, hey, your space is a fucking shithole," you're like, "Oh, is it? Oh, it is actually." That was how it was with me, you know. But like that's a slightly different situation because, you know, but it's still mental. It's still mental, you know. So when you have a mental block like that, it does affect things. You never shower? I do shower. I showered this morning, in fact. I smell great today, I'll have you know. And hello, Mechanic Cat. Good to see you. Oh fuck! I skipped a bit. Wait, maybe I'm okay. Maybe there wasn't a checkpoint. Oh no, there's no hope, dude. There's no fucking hope. Yeah, it wants me to reset. Oh, fucking hell. This stage is so tough. I'm not a fan or anything. Just hit me watching some of his clips that he must have huge trauma to be like that. Yeah, I agree. I'm not really a fan either. I think he's a bit shit. But, like, I don't hate him or anything. Like, he's just another fucking YouTube politics guy. There's like a million of them. But he's like... It's just kind of sad. Because he seems like... He probably wasn't a good dude before all this, you know? And he's just kind of, like, got settled into this kind of, like, lifestyle now where he's living in this fucking moldy house and everything's falling apart and all he's really got is the internet, you know? So it's a little sad. You can have $1 million or multi-million dollars, but you can't really replace what is intrinsic to humanity, you know? Which is the ability to go outside and kind of like, you know, talk to people and have some kind of fucking connection beyond just the computer screen, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think male VTubers, they just need to approach it a little differently. The idle dream as it is not going to work. Their bros reacting to stuff just playing games. Yeah, I feel like there is a stigma against being like, well, in VTubing especially, there's a stigma against being react tubers and whatnot, but that is the meta, you know? If you want to get big, that is the meta. I think if you really, really want to get big, you probably will have to be a little bit of a React Andy, you know? And I think the way to approach it would be make more bros, but like you can still take elements of like stuff from anime, stuff from manga, stuff from visual novels. Like you can still Japanese it all up and make it like something that crowd would enjoy, but you just have to do it a bit more cleverly than, you know, literally a copy and paste job of how the girls do it, you know? From like from a BFE perspective, I think like going hard on ASMR streams and stuff like that is probably not the way. But there is a way, you know. It just needs a bit more careful planning, if you will. Just speaking from like my own experience, I don't do any shit like that. But like on the rare occasions that I do something that's a little out of character, it usually gets a reaction, you know? And by that I mean like putting on a sexy voice for like 3 seconds or something, you know? And that is just, that's just me. But like, I think more subtlety might be good, you know? And stuff like that. But of course, we're talking apples and oranges here. I'm a fucking indie and I'm like not at all successful on the level that they would want. But yeah, I don't know. I think different approaches are welcome. Let me catch up a little because the chat's getting away with me. I'm not like I'm doing particularly well on the stage anyway. Seen too many folks that used to be 2 view males suddenly take off to 100 view males when they dropped the games and started talking politics. Yeah, absolutely. I don't like talking politics though. That's my own like thing. I would hate to become a political tuber, you know. But I understand the meta. I understand that that's kind of what people want now. But like, I don't want to fucking talk about politics to people in IRL, to people on the internet, to people anywhere. I don't fucking want to talk about that shit at all. Like, you know what I mean? Oh my god. there's no right answers to so much of it as well. I'm sure all of you guys can roughly gauge where I'm at politically from like watching me all these years, but like I just don't really have any real interest in like deep diving all that shit, because everybody's, you know, it's like everybody's got a fucking asshole, you know, everybody's got their own takes and shit, which is fine. And I'd rather just not be like the type that would talk down to anybody, you know, and tell them how to live or anything like that. It's just not my style. I still have strong opinions on stuff. I obviously am a punk. I definitely veer towards anarchy and stuff generally, but like, yeah, it's just a mess, you know. But like that is the way to get big, you know. That Rick is not wrong at all. If you wanna get big, just become a fucking political React Andy and just use your VTuber model, and that's it. That's the secret sauce right now. Exhibit A, all the VTubers that got into 40k by watching Bricky's videos from 5 years ago. Yeah. Those are good videos. Absolutely. It's fast Spike make a political statement. Ara. Got to chart every Gosling cycle. Yeah. Absolutely. Hold on, let me do that properly. Ara. That was terrible. You may not want to talk politics, but I do. We need to nuke the French. Oh, come on. That's not even a hot take, Mechanica. Fucking everybody would agree with that. Except that one cute French girl VTuber. She can stay. Right, this way. Also, can we save the pawn as well? Hey, I got the bronze. Nice. Yeah, the rat girl. Yeah, that one. Yeah, can we like archive all of the French pornography to come out between like the 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s? Like, let's just archive all that shit before we nuke them. Because I'm not gonna lie, they were cooking. Like, back in the day, like there was some good shit coming out. I don't know what they're up to these days, but like some of my earliest memories of seeing porn on the television at all was French shit. I don't know, Mechanica. I think some of it's pretty kino, but that's just my opinion. I mean, there's better. You could find better porn, I'm sure, but like, yeah, I've got nostalgia for it. Eastern Europe is good too. Poland's good, and Germany and stuff like that also. I was definitely like fairly aware. There used to be so many fucking stations back over here that would just play like weird European porn shows at like 2 in the morning. Yeah, very artistic. Yeah, true, actually, true. There's a fucking dude. Eastern European porn as well, the professionally produced stuff would always have banging music too. I'd always be like, damn, I'm kinda digging this. I can't even focus. Anyway, yeah, they were pretty like different in terms of production back then. Slandering our oldest allies, yeah.
Ready, set, go!
Ah, fuck. You guys are fucking crazy. The girls are hot, yes, but the amount of guys moaning and grunt... Well, yeah, I don't know. I kind of phased that shit out, but I understand, yeah. The guys are very hairy as well, always. But like, you know, if you can get past that stuff, the girls are hot. And they usually do quite good stuff with the girls too. Ah, shit, I was meant to take the ramp, wasn't I? Oh, dude, yeah, absolutely unsalvageable. Yeah, if you're into, like, fetish stuff and, like, stuff that's a little niche, then there's usually an old French video that you can find. I find. And if not, there's certainly a German video. Ah, fuck, here we go. Fuck. God almighty. I think I can probably bust a move and do a trick off of these ramps, but I haven't quite figured out the tech yet. Oh, dude, we're going the wrong way. I honestly, yeah, France kind of like, they were perverted like before it was cool, you know? Definitely the original JAV. I'm talking like mostly the old stuff though. I don't know. I think they've probably been like way outclassed by Japan in recent years. But like when I was a kid and when I was a teenager and stuff, it was always the French and German shit. That would be crazy. I like the Japanese stuff just because of how committed the actors and producers are. Even the fucking sets are insane. They build mechas just to shoot a porn scene. Their commitment is brilliant. I agree. I'm also a JAV fan for similar reasons. It has gone downhill. I would agree. Since the pandemic and stuff, it's definitely taken a dip. I'm not like an avid viewer, honestly. Like, well, not to say I'm not, but I don't really like follow it religiously. But like, in just like clicking random stuff as I do, I do like. I have also noticed. I usually have to go back a few years to find something that's still in the same watermark of quality. And I'm not sure why that is. Right, here we go. Oh, Korea's the next one. I guess that kind of makes sense, yeah. Oh, I've seen a couple decent Korean ones actually, now that I think about it. You guys ever see the one JAV that's like a game show? There's one where you have to like that. This is revealing way too much about my taste, but like there's one where the girls have to like stand behind the cardboard cutout, and the guys have to identify the girl based off of either just their boobs or just their pussy or just their butt. And of course the twist is that it's a relative, and it's either like their mum or their sister or something like that. That one's Kino. That one's Kino. They made it quite a few of those. Of course it's not real, but like it's fun because the reactions and the believability and all that is great. Shout out to Giga. It's a Japanese porn company specializing in tonkatsu themed videos. But turns out they're just really good at making little indie toku shows, so they just have a YouTube channel with legit great miniseries. Waku Cyber. Cool. That's actually pretty fucking badass. It's like I've seen that with porn artists as well, where porn is just kind of like what they do to pay the bills, but they're actually fucking crazy talented. And yeah, like that's awesome. That just sounds like a regular Japanese game show. No, it kind of is close, isn't it? It's kind of close to just what they do regularly. But like, yeah, it was pretty keen. There's a few variations on that kind of theme. I'm sure there's a way to flip or something. I'll figure this out. Right, I'll check that out. I'll check out some of their work. Look up Giga after stream. Yeah, I love to see stuff like that. People who go the extra mile, you know. That has always kind of been the thing about JAV stuff. Like, that you get so immersed in it that you kind of forget you're even gooning. I've definitely found that. Because, like, the acting's actually good, you know? And, like, that can kind of, like, be a blessing and a curse sometimes. I mean, it's always a blessing, really, but, like, if you're just there for a quick fap and you end up, like, watching a fucking 90-minute film, it's like, well, shit. I mean, that was good, but damn. Yeah, I have a decent collection of translated ones, but like it is rare overall. But if you do see one in the wild, absolutely grab it, because like that shit disappears like crazy. Like I don't know if there's like great archiving efforts being taken, for it. It's a lot of the sites I use just like disappear overnight and shit, or like random videos get taken down and stuff. So like, I think it's important to, I mean, especially the torrent sites and whatnot, they can just disappear all the time. So always good to grab something if you see it and you like it. Yeah, that's true, Rock. If they get really intricate with it. But yeah, Japan's just like that. I would say the exact same thing applies to visual novels, where like the porn's almost an afterthought for a lot of eroge you play. Because for a long time, making a visual novel that wasn't an eroge was like a disaster waiting to happen, and you kind of like had to put some porn in just for the sake of it. Most famous example of that is Fate Stay Night, of course, which went on to become a massive series. Just kind of like the sex scenes in that are infamously brilliant, awful, and written like they sound like they're written by somebody who has zero sexual experience whatsoever, and I'm pretty sure that is a matter of record. I think he did later admit that he just kind of made it up, but like they're full of soul, you know, and I wouldn't honestly recommend playing the game without them, because they're part of the experience, you know. Even though it has like the fucking stupidest euphemisms you've ever heard, and like shit that just absolutely defies logic. I think there's so many good ones for his dick. Like my meaty hot rod and shit like that. It's like, dude, what are you saying? The almighty biblical stick. There's just so many of them. I have like a collage image that's just like every weird euphemism used in all the sex scenes, and I look at it and laugh a lot. The anime is dog shit, for the record. I don't really like... Okay, so if you want to get into Fate, read the fucking visual novel. Do not do anything else. Fucking ignore every other anime. Ignore every manga. Ignore every piece of fucking stupid spin-off bullshit. Read the original visual novel with the sex scenes, with everything uncensored, as it came out back in 06 or whenever it was. Do that, and if you like it, maybe check out some other stuff. But like that is the main thing, I think. The anime is fucking shit. I feel like nobody really gets a sense of what it actually pulled off from watching the anime, because the anime just makes everything so cliche. And I think that's the same for a lot of visual novels. It's so rare that you get an actual good anime adaptation. Like Steins Gate was a good one, but like even then, it's just a good one. You should still play the visual novel, because like there's stuff they leave out, and there's stuff that doesn't have the same tension and impact in the anime, despite their best efforts, because it just can't. Like your animation does a lot of the work when you're reading stuff, and that's just part of the joy of reading something. Yeah, they don't adapt well into anime, generally speaking. True, Rock. True. Like you can get good ones. You can get good ones. What's some other good ones? Let me think. I haven't actually seen it yet, but I've heard the recent Higurashi is quite good. But like that's another one where reading it is such a specific experience, and like it's so like specifically tailored to reading a visual novel, the way it's presented and the kind of narrative and stuff, that like I can't even imagine being able to adapt it, you know? Like you can't. It's impossible, you know? So you can try and do something artsy with it and kind of like do something similar, but like the experience is intrinsically a visual novel, you know? That's right, that's right. And that is a fucking powerful scene in the visual novel, you know? And it's there for a reason, you know? It's to show you how far both of them have, like, snapped and how far they've been pushed. And, like, look, it's a pretty hot scene. I'm just gonna fucking say that, too. Like, let's be honest. I like Moeka. I like... she, you know? That scene should have been adapted. a bit of Riona, I'm cool with that, you know? I think they were chickens. I think they chickened out of giving the people what they wanted. I think Moeka exists to be beat up. Yeah, no, she did. She did. Oh, fuck these gates, dude. I'm just kidding. I actually do like Moeka. She's a sweet girl. Her route is actually pretty interesting because it does show you, like, it does give you the dating a full-blown autis experience, you know? And you don't really get any sense of anything like that in the anime because she barely gets any fucking screen time. So like that's a case where like you'd have to do like a fucking 300 episode anime to possibly adapt every single route and every single bit of like plot and all that shit. So like there's no exact equivalent, you know. You have to just try and be clever with it. And I do think Steins Gate is a good adaptation overall, but like yeah, like there's no substitute for reading. But a lot of people are afraid of reading and just don't have the patience for it. And that's fine, you know, it's not for everybody. But I think if you're gonna get into it, that's a good one to start with if you want to play a visual novel. But like, I wouldn't start with Fate because that's pretty heavy and has a lot of fucking words. Although it's well known, it's not the best starter. I like Canon as well. That's a good starter, I think. That one's cute. And also the anime is nowhere near as good. But like that's a solid adaptation again. Not offensively bad or anything, but you're missing a lot, you know. When you kind of do these adaptations that you just do one character's route and stuff, it's like you're not even going to get close to what you need to. Oh, dude, that gate gets me every time. I think the idea with the gate is I have to be going fast enough that I can just plow through it, but I never am. So I just never have enough fucking speed because the gate's just constantly hitting them. Anyway, I'm a big VN head. I play visual novels quite a bit, but like, it's one of those things where speaking of adapting, I can't adapt that into things that VTuber watchers would ever want to see. At some point, I want to finish Drive Girls on the Vita, because I don't think that's too bad. It has like those sort of visual novel sections in it where you use a little bit of dialogue, but like, yeah, the gates are a big troll. But like, yeah, VNs are so incredibly text heavy and so incredibly repetitive visually speaking, where you're just looking at a static image of a PNG or something. It's impossible to adapt into a stream and do it well, you know? Yeah, Canon's okay. I feel like Canon is like, yeah, it's fun. I like it. It's not like an amazing game or anything, but I was actually, that was the runner-up for today's stream. I was either going to play that or this. I will go back to that and finish it at some point. It's a bit repetitive, but I like it. That and the girls are cute. Yeah, Canon's a good starter one. It's not like anything too remarkable now because everything's been done, but it was good when it came out. That game was literally this emote. Yeah, it was. It was, and not because it had visual novel sections, but because the gameplay loop was like, although it was kind of satisfying to play and that it felt fine, there is only one stage in the game. So like, you can literally you can watch the stream for 20 minutes and you have seen everything the game has to offer. You've seen every sprite, you've seen the one stage that you can play in, you've seen the cars, like, it's, yeah. I didn't hate it though. It was kind of charming in a way. I feel like it probably should have been a PSP game rather than a Vita game though. It's like, it feels a bit limited for a Vita game. It wasn't exactly pushing it. Okay, better run this time. Slightly better. Let's get the blue. Alright, take the ramp. Alright, get on the blue, get on the blue. Alright, we survived. Oh my god, somehow. No, what are you doing? No! God damn it. Dude, if I'd have landed that shit, I would have made good time, but as it stands, we're fucked. Dude, it spawned me back so far as well. I missed the checkpoint after all. I wish there were more games like Drive Girls, you know, where girls turn into cars. It seems like a concept somebody would have done more, but like, I know there's the one series of like anime shorts where girls drink petrol and stuff, but like, yeah, the stage sucks, dude. I mean, it probably looks amazing when you're actually good at it, and when you've memorized everything and you can get the gate timing down, but I don't. I don't have this shit down at all. Gates like that are annoying in real life too, though, to be fair. Speaking of annoying, I got a, this is like purely because I want to moan about it. I had to drive through London the other day and I got one of those fucking chargers. Do you know they've got, like, in the UK, we're so, like, 1984'd out, we have, like, another congestion charge now that's just called something else. So, like, if for whatever reason you just drive through certain parts of London at night, they're gonna fucking charge you because you didn't pay in advance. And, I don't even remember what it was called. It was called, like, a fucking... emission zone charge, I think it's called. And basically I had to pay fucking 90 quid for nothing. Because I was like driving through fucking London to get to the convention I was going to for work. And it's like, ugh, fucking stupid. Anyway, like, so basically, good old UK, it really is. So basically what they expect you to do is you go online, you register an account or whatever, and you basically pay in advance before you go to the road. Because they want to decrease the amount of emissions in the area by making sure that there aren't people driving past a certain point of night or a certain time of day or whatever the fuck. This is on top of what London already has, which is the congestion charge, which is the exact same thing. So basically, London now has two of the same thing that like you could potentially be charged with if you're not careful. And both of them are complete bullshit. What I found when I got my bill in the mail, they obviously had the usual threatening tone of, oh, pay this or it'll be more than £90 or £70 next time. And you know, I paid up and whatever. But like, they also offered me the right way to do it. What they actually suggest you do, because I guess the times are kind of inconsistent, is they basically offered me a 12-month pass. They basically offer you like a Netflix subscription to drive in London, which is the most preposterous thing I've ever heard. You can pay monthly to be able to do this, like, and you won't have to worry about them anymore sending you bills because you'll be on their list. But like, it honestly was like a Netflix subscription. It was like fucking $15.99 a month or some shit. It's like, to drive? To fucking drive my car that I already own? Like, literally, fuck right off. So yeah, that's what it's like being. And I'm not in London, for the record. I just have to, drive through it sometimes because I'm like central area, but. Fucking abysmal, dude. For the record, it's already incomparably expensive to live anywhere close to it. We're talking like you have to be a fucking millionaire to live in London now. It's gotten very bad. So like already you'll be paying out of the ass to fucking be anywhere near this place. And you also have to pay all these stupid car charges on top of that. Yeah, I'm subscribed to London. How do you know? Probably because you're fucking rolling in money, dude. You'd have to be the fucking Harry Enfield guy. You have to be loads of money to be able to live in London. Okay. Not doing too badly. Let's do a cheeky drift here. I've never been, but I continue to be personally offended by the continued existence of London. Me too. What an absolute shithole. The weird thing is, I like... I don't know. Socially, I got on well with people in London, and I have a lot of nostalgia for it. But like, yeah, in this day and age, why would you want to be anywhere near there? You know, oh, fuck this gate! It's like, there's just so much fucking... There's so many random charges, and it's so expensive to live there. And there's, you know, tourists and shit. It's like, I don't fucking get it, dude. Even as somebody that grew up there as I was a kid, I was like... it's just, it's not going to be the same place, you know, obviously. Yeah, I haven't paid my London subscription, so I'd be fucked if I had to live there again. But yeah, if I actually like was working at a park that was like in central London and I had to actually have my London subscription just to be able to drive around, I'd be tearing my hair out, dude. That shit would suck. Alright, that's a decent little boost. Let's have another. Okay, not bad, not bad. Let's keep it rolling. Give me the blue. Ah, shit, I missed the ramp. Oh my god, what am I doing? No, we're gonna have to reset on that one. I hate this stage, dude. I think I might never beat this stage at the rate I'm going. Oh god. God, alright, just let me have a big sip here. But yes, I think going back to what we were talking about before, London bullshit all aside, I think if more male VTubers got a little more comfortable with hanging out, I think we could improve things a little bit, because I think yapping is a big part of it, and I think being able to talk and fill time and just kind of like tackle any random fucking bullshit game and react to any random bullshit YouTube thing is a big part of it. It's like when you look at streamers, male streamers that are like popular that I like to watch. I like Germa and Vinny and Joel and guys like that can just kind of ramble on. I think and could just kind of hang out as well. Hey, it's Colcus! Welcome, welcome! Hello, hello! The alarm is going off! Hello, hello! What were you up to? We were just ranting. Hey, Rick's in here! Rick was already in here! He was dual streaming. Hello, hello! Welcome, welcome! Good to see you, buddy! How you doing? I'll give you a shout out. You beat Pokemon Stadium 1! Oh, hell yeah! What was it the announcer said on that one? It's a total knockout! Good to see you guys. I have a friend who a friend in London actually who is so good at Pokemon Stadium 1. He has so much Pokemon Stadium 1. What's the matter, trainer? Both Pokemon are at a standstill. He's so good at Pokemon Stadium 1, he actually has all of the stats for every rental Pokemon memorized. So he can tell you the exact number that each attack is going to do. And he's literally impossible to beat like a multiplayer because he's memorized every fucking number in the game. And all the rental Pokemon are, of course, at a set level, so you can basically, if you've seen their move hit once, you've seen it a million times, you know? But there is that level of Pokemon autism, so if he ever, like, challenges me to play anything on Pokemon Stadium, I'm just like, nah, fucking, you can forget about it, mate. I got no chance, because he's already memorized every fucking number in the game. But yeah, rental Pokemon are awful. Pokemon Stadium 1, ideally you want to play it with, like, with your own Pokemon that you've sent over from a game cartridge. But yeah, they do have pretty awful shit, and yeah, I think my friend had played it so many times that he just memorized basically everything. So I could like think, oh, he won't know this one, he won't know this Pokemon. I'll pick the fucking shittiest thing I can imagine, fucking Raticate or whatever the fuck, and like yeah, he'll have it fucking memorized. Of course he will. Cole's been playing through Gen 1 and 2 using his Pokemon with the power of magic. Oh, nice. Oh, so he is using his actual Pokemon from the games. In Stadium. That's good. Yeah, sweet. Power of magic. You can do that shit now. There's I guess like you can just transfer save data from like emulators and shit and like get it all going. Probably pretty incredible shit now. But yeah, cool. I hope you've been having fun. And yes, hope you are nice and comfy. Gotta play through them all, baby. Yeah, 1 and 2. 1 and 2. I am a bit of a Gen 1er. I have a lot of nostalgia for Gen 1 and 2. I don't think they're the best. I think the DS generation is the best. But I do have a lot of nostalgia for it. So yeah, great. I hope you're having lots of fun. And yeah, if you need to go get food, get a drink, anything like that, go for it. Get yourselves comfortable, everybody. We've been playing Parking Garage Rally Circuit, a newish game that's out on Steam at the moment. I'm struggling at this stage. It is a new game, yes. It's a new game, but it's based on a kind of Sega Saturn vibe. So it doesn't look like a new game, but it is. I remember the days of grinding my team against a level 2 Pokemon in the starting zone for minimum experience gain and maximum EV gain for the tiniest edge in the level limited Pokemon Stadium Cups. Yeah, exactly. The gain is very, very minimal. That was a big thing back in the day. I remember like not being able to trade anymore after that point was pretty heartbreaking. Would have been cool if they'd figured something out to somehow make it possible. Yeah. But yeah, I didn't really play much of the GBA gen for whatever reason. I pretty much skipped that one, I think. I played it later on, like Emerald and stuff. I did end up, I think I actually played, I didn't have a physical copy of it, but I definitely played like Fire Red on an emulator. I remember playing it at school and shit, so I definitely played stuff from that gen, but just didn't really engage with it much. But back in I think when the DS stuff started coming out, Diamond, Pearl, and Emerald, and all that shit, I ended up playing that quite a lot. Black and White 2. And then I think I got the 3DS one as well, X and Y, and I didn't like that one as much, so I kind of fell off around then. But yeah, I'm a decent level Pokemon fan, but I'm not like crazy about it, like a lot of guys are. Here we go. Fuck the gate. You got a copy of Fire Red? Yeah, nice. Dude, everybody had Fire Red. That shit was on like every school computer and shit. Like I had so many like hacked versions of it as well. They're still making them, of course. Like it's still Fire Red that everybody's fucking with after all these years. The Toho version and like there was like so many versions with like harsh language, and there was like the shitpost version, the like Pokemon Clover, stuff like that. There's like a million variations of Fire Red hacks. Yes, you do, Rick. Good for you. I don't know. All I know about the new games is that they have a lot of funny glitches in them, and apparently they're not that good. But they're probably not like offensively bad either. I'm sure it's just a case of like they're rushed. They just kind of slop these days because they have to be. I'm sure they'd like to make better games, but you know, it's like sports games at this point, you know, where it's the same like the cycle of fucking wrestling games and soccer games and shit coming out. You don't really get time to perfect anything, so just wind up with slop. Dude! Okay, so there is a bit on the side that you can get past it. So I need a master like going to the side of the wall. then I think when I do that, I can beat this fucking shit. Not offensively bad, just rushed. Focus too much on meta, export, like shit, like from an art style standpoint, graphical standpoint. Yeah. They do. They look very like... They look very lazy. I mean, everybody was... I remember when the Switch games first came out, everybody was like poking fun at the trees, looking like N64 trees and shit like that. And the animations looking significantly worse than they did in like Pokemon Stadium. Like, it's just a lack of love, you know? Not from a... It's not... They're not like being put together with hate per se. They're just not getting enough time to really bake, you know? Yeah, they're corporate churn out jank. Absolutely. Dude, Gen 1 from a programming standpoint is so janky, you know? I've watched like videos on just how many like stupid glitches there are and stupid exploits and stuff, because they were just making it up as they went, you know? They didn't have a framework for this shit, and obviously like a lot of the sprites look ridiculous as well, but like that's part of the charming jank of it all, you know? Like corporate churned out jank is a lot less likable. But obviously it still has charm. It's not completely charmless, but yeah, it's a different vibe. If you like catching wild animals and collecting them, it's fun in my books. I mean, it's still the same gameplay loop at the end of the day. I'm sure it's still fun. Just makes you wish there was some kind of equivalent where, you know, they could really... I don't know, it's kind of like the Legends Arceus game was kind of like that. It was like a little bit better. It'd be nice if they had like a side game that they could just like put loads of time into, where the main games can be slop or whatever, but like it'd be nice if they just had a project, you know, that they could really make with love. But they're just not going to have time to ever do anything like that, clearly. Yeah, absolutely agree, Mandy. It's like, I've watched so many dumb video essays on just like stupid glitches and stupid oversights and stuff from that, particularly Gen 1 and 2, and it's fun. I like stuff like that, because like I'm the same. When I look at a piece of art, I like to see little problems, you know, little fucking things that were missed, because it adds to it, you know. And I'm the same when I'm drawing. Like I like to not necessarily clean everything up. I think it's cool to leave a little bit of mess, you know. I don't necessarily do it intentionally, to be honest. Like I do try and actually clean up everything, but like what happens is I do the first sort of run of cleaning shit up, and then I look at it the next day and I think, oh fuck, I missed all this shit, and then I think, I didn't notice it yesterday, so fuck it. It's obviously not important, and you know that's my logic with art and stuff. Okay, the music is not. Yep, the music was not as sad, so we got the bronze. Legends Arceus was really good. Freshest as felt in years. Good. I heard it was. I do want to check that out at some point. I do have a Switch, so at some point I'll check it out. But like that's kind of like, you can kind of see the soul in that game compared to the originals. Not the originals, compared to the main series. There's so much we needed to save space, so we reused this section of memory for 3 different mechanics. And if you skip the Switch for it, you either get free items because you get to visit Cthulhu. Yeah. Absolutely. Oh, dude, I love Missing No as well. It's so funny, like, all the glitches that spin off from seeing Missing No, like, one time. The amount of things that break just by the process of seeing one glitch. Alright, there we go. Finally beat that bullshit. Now we're going to Minnesota. Going to Minnesota, eh? I think that's the accent, right? Well, we're going to Minnesota. Yep, I'm Minnesota born and bred. I can't do it. I can't fucking do it. Oh, dude, I'm missing the gate every time. But yes, on the topic of Nintendo games, inevitably I'm going to have to do a stream of Mario Kart when that shit is out for a bit. I don't know I don't know if I'll get like a Switch 2 super early, but I do have the money, you know. It's like I might get one eventually. But as you guys have no doubt already figured out, I'm going to wait and get the clearance on whether there's a hack early on in the Switch's life, the Switch 2 that is. And if it's hackable with a paperclip, or again, I will absolutely get one, and I'll check out the new Mario Kart for free. All right, I might buy it so I can play online, maybe, but I'm not gonna buy a lot. I see. Don't carry too much speed. Okay, well that's good advice for me generally. Oh shit! The snowplows. Those are cool. Oh, this reminds me of those stages in Mario 64 where you have to like avoid the icicles that pop out. Cool mechanic. I like it. This game has a lot of soul. You can see a lot of nice influences and stuff. He's okay with paying $80 for Mario Kart 4th edition. Ah, it might be alright. It might be alright. I'm okay with it for the sake of the online play. Only because well actually, okay, so the Switch at the moment, you can just dual boot it and you can play stuff online. It's fine. However, in the early days, you kind of had to make a choice between, oh well, I want online play or I want a hack Switch, you know. So there might be a bit of a bargaining thing where I have to buy like the one game, you know, just to be able to play it with like people. If it's anything like the last Mario Kart or Splatoon or whatever, then yeah, I might miss the boat if I'm not playing online early on. And by that I mean being able to play my like 3 friends on it. Right, here we go, here we go. That said, I'm pretty sure my boss here is going to get it, so I'll at least be able to play it and give some thoughts when it comes out, like long before I have it. We occasionally play some Mario Kart as a team on like social nights, so I'm sure I'll get to play it soon enough. Right, here we go, here we go. I can also inform you, I actually did not win a single race when I played Mario Kart with my normie colleagues. So it has never been more over. Even with my plentiful experience of streaming racing games constantly, it was not enough to save me. Yeah, not surprising at all, unfortunately. Now, if we were playing Come On Baby, it would have been a fucking different story. If we were playing Pen Triathlon, let's just say I would have won every race. I missed the fucking checkpoint, didn't I? Yep, I did. I almost got it, but I didn't get it. Almost doesn't cut it. They'd probably think I was insane if I showed them that. Straight up, I think they'd be calling HR about me. And we're not sure about this guy anymore. Like, maybe we can look for a new one. I don't think I could possibly explain to them why I'm playing that shit. Well, the fucking song's going kind of hard here. Bit of a metal breakdown. I like it. Give me the blue! Right, never said to watch the speed on the entrances. Okay, decent run so far. Not too bad. The blue. Okay, good, good, good. The first game I set to private. Cute. I can imagine, yeah. Well, I haven't set it to private. Everybody who's my Steam friend knows. But they've already seen me fucking stream it a billion times, so I'm sure they understand. Like, I saw the announcement that feature and instantly thought of that game. It's amazing. But yeah, I wouldn't exactly brag about it to my non-VTuber friends. I'd be like, oh, well, I don't know if I can explain my way out of that one. It's a bit like, so if we're talking like normies, it's a bit like somebody coming into your apartment and seeing that you have like a copy of Imagine Party Babies or something. Like, how do I explain my way out of this one? Why do I, as a grown man, own this game? Well, Come On Baby is different though. It's a party game, you know, it's like Mario Party. Of course, you know, on the surface, it might not look any different from Imagine Party Babies or other baby games that exist. Babysitting Mama. There's not that many, I guess, but I can think of a few. Babysitting Mama should also be a party game. You should be able to, like, shake the baby as hard as possible. Make it throw up. Alright, here we go, here we go. No, not into the fucking guy. Okay, we passed him. You know, this might be alright. This hasn't been too bad. Ah, dude, come on. I need the blue. Yeah! Oh, we didn't make it. That was not bronze. How close were we? We had to be pretty close. 251. 233! Oh my god. Sorry, I'm yawning. You know what game goes hard for parties with the bros? Blur. That's 4-way split screen. Really? Interesting. I'll keep that in mind. That's pretty cool. I had no idea it had 4-way. Cool. I love Blur, dude. It's so good. I haven't figured out how to get online play going on my fucking Wi-Fi yet because it's like DNS settings are annoying. What happened is I was able to access them when I first got it, but I've since forgotten my password and I don't actually know if there's a way to reset it. So like I haven't been able to figure that shit out yet. I can play some games online. They don't require me to fuck with all that, but I think Blur does, unfortunately. Even the dudes who don't care about racing games get really into it. I'll keep that in mind. I mean, I can see why. Blur's fucking really fun. Okay, so this one's actually fucking 230 or some shit, so I'm way off. I thought I was doing okay, but no. Blur is like, it is the game that should have been a series. They were working on a sequel for a bit until it was canned, but like that should be like a series with like 12 games in it right now. Because like it's so fucking money, dude. It's literally, you're just taking the concept of Mario Kart, taking the fun party gameplay, and you're just putting real cars in it. And you're putting like really good driving, really good like physics and stuff. Because it's fucking Bizarre Creations and they know their shit. Like, honestly, what a fucking brilliant idea they had, and it should have been huge. It's and it came out like the perfect time as well with the Wii and everything, but like it's a bummer, dude. It's a bummer what happened to them in general because that was basically their last game and it was like their last ditch effort into, you know, basically making it on their own without Microsoft's help or Sega's help or anything. Just going full multi-platform, and yeah, it should have been a fucking huge hit. I have that. It's like that album from that artist you really like. That is like the best thing you've ever heard, but it was a commercial flop, and it just like killed their career. That's right. Yeah. I do have a PS3, and I guess like if you have like recent PS3 custom firmware, you can get the other controllers going. But yeah, I think I actually do have enough PS3 controllers already. I think some of them are at home there. Nice. Dude, that emote rules. Oh, but yeah, brilliant. I will certainly keep that in mind for game nights. I reckon they'd like it, yeah. I mean, it's a very female team now. We're getting even one more girl in, so I might have to wait till I've got more bros. Maybe next year. I should do another Blur stream soon though, even without the multiplayer. It's still a great game and I still have story stuff to beat. Okay, we're still fine time-wise, although we've not got much left. Okay, I'm doing better than my best, because my best is still at the fucking bottom floor. Oh, that... Oh! If I'd made that, that would have been fucking sick. Unfortunately, I didn't. I just had to have that last boost, dude. Had to have it. No, we're not going to make it. We're not going to make it. Alright, let's try again. 230 is the limit. There's so many of these where I just miss the first turn and have to start again. The real choke point. It is, it is. Oh, dude, we're reaching that point, unfortunately. I need to take a break off this and play some of the mods or something. Well, we will beat this stage, though, at the very least. I need my boost. Okay, there we go. Yeah, some beta stuff about Blur 2 actually came out recently. I think like a test stage and some cool videos and I think a dump. It didn't get very far in development, but it's cool that they were working on stuff at all. What I'd really like to see is we have like pretty much the multiplayer for Blur rebuilt. What I'd really like now is to see like people modding the fuck out of it. So I think looking at how people have embraced stuff like this game, I think the modding potential for Blur is insane, you know. Particularly with the selection of cars and stuff, you can do a different mixture of cool stages. And if they can get the multiplayer stuff working fine with mods, I think it would be really cool. There are some on the Discord, on the Blur Cord, so like people are certainly figuring mods out as we go. But yeah, I'd love to see people really like put some cool new shit in that game. It's always a little tricky when stuff's like next gen, you know, so to speak, and like looks as good as it does. But I think there's definitely great potential there. Even if you can't necessarily do like big intricate stages, I think you could do more with the attacks and stuff and the kind of gameplay. There's some fun potential there as well. Could say the same for Carmageddon as well, which is also having a bit of a revival with its new source port and stuff. Death Race, which I've played on stream. I think I played it when I wasn't able to get another game going a while ago, and it plays super smooth. And yeah, I think eventually that might get the online play going again, and might get some. I think there's already like a decent amount of mods for the original, but if that can get some good mod support, that would be fun as well. I just love to see some shit like that. But yeah. Wait, what? Let me get. Another game that's on my Steam radar is JDM, of course. Japan Driftmaster, which I've heard a lot of good things about.
Ready, set, go!
Made that one somehow, just barely. That one's another one that has kind of like been in various stages of work in progress for a long time. Has only just really got to the point where it's a polished game. So I would hope that it's a good time when I check it out. I mean, obviously, conceptually, it's very much up my alley. Oh, nice wall ride. Too bad I lost all my fucking speed from it. Yeah, we're not doing the long enough drifts. Not at all. But yeah, JDM looks solid. There's been some cool mods and stuff too coming out. There's always cool Mario Kart shit coming out. I have like a laundry list of shit I eventually want to look at. Here we go. Ah, that's it though. If you do that one too fast, and you flop onto your fucking back, then you got no chance. But yeah, stream-wise this week, I'm gonna be back Friday and hopefully be able to do all the weekend, so we can have our regular 4, and hopefully we can have our regular 4 every week from this point on until more bullshit happens. Okay, there we go. We slowed down sufficiently there. Something I'm gonna play, I think, Friday is something I've been wanting to play for a while that I haven't been able to. I haven't been able to play it because it's an old, like, 90s racing game that you cannot really play it in a window. So I'm going to be playing it from the laptop, and I've attempted a few different ways of potentially getting it going while I've been stuck with the Spike PC, from like using a visual, a VM, or like various hacks to get it going. But basically what happens is it doesn't render properly if you play it in a window. No matter what you do or what you try, there's always some bullshit. So I'm getting over that by, oh look at that, flopping around like a fucking fish. I'm getting around that by playing it in full screen on the laptop, which should be fine. Because like, although it's an old game, the compatibility issue isn't necessarily that it's on like Windows 10 or whatever. That's certainly bad, and that's certainly something you have to patch. But the main issue is that it's just not built for anything other than playing in full screen, which is a fate of a lot of old games, because back in the 90s or whatever, if you were playing a video game, you were using the whole fucking screen to do it. Like, it was a given. Nobody had came up with the idea of streaming or, you know, doing your fucking spreadsheet in another tab or whatever the fuck. Like, you were using the whole screen, and that was just standard. And that was really standard up until like the mid 2000s. You're still getting racing games on PC that don't have a windowed mode. You know, it was still very common up until a few years ago. So being a one monitor peasant has been a downside because of that. It wasn't really something I thought much about when I had the laptop in operation though, because I could just kind of use that. Oh, dude, this fucking stage sucks. I think I need to hit the brakes early. Oh, hitting the brakes, that's the worst. We hate brakes. Come on, I'm trying to lock in. Give me the blue. Alright, watch out for these bozos. They'll fucking throw me up in the air like a pancake. Alright, give me the blue, give me the blue, give me the blue. Fuck. Okay, that's another lap. Oh no! God damn it! Oh my god! All right, it's over. Let me get the fuck away from this stage for a bit. Good lord. Oh, all right. Let's look at some of the mods. I can't take any more. Fucking Minnesota Mega Mall. I'm never going there ever. Dude, we're not even onto the heavy yet or the ultra. We're still getting through the light stages. How insane is that? This is the easy mode. We've got 2 stages until we're out of easy mode. This game's gonna fucking kill me at this rate. Let's see. There's no lobbies at the moment. I would like to maybe have a go at one of the mod stages, but I think I'm not sure how to access them. Oh, I'm fucking opening up my Steam here. Whoops. It's okay. Don't quit. I've got the fucking overlay on. There's the demo. Okay, so manage mods just brings that up. Leaked, yeah. I mean, it's my streamer Steam. It's okay. Is there any way to play the stages, like the mod stages, before you've like beat the entire story mode? It's gotta be possible, right? Maybe I just have to. Yeah, well, apparently some people have. There's a couple of custom ones. I don't think there's like an in-game stage maker though. I think you just have to like make them. I don't actually know what the process is. Maybe there's like a mod maker or something that somebody's made. Cheat codes? Maybe that's how it works. Maybe you have to like do that. Yeah, I would like to play some of the mods I downloaded, but I don't actually know if there's like a specific method to loading them up. Let me try restarting the game real quick, and we'll see. There is a play modded option, which I think comes up at the start. Oh my god. Dude, the fucking resolution this game comes up in is insane. Alright, here we go. Did it go back to its regular size? Did it fuck? Jesus, it's huge.
Parking garage rally circuit.
I love the awkward ass voiceover. That must be the lad that we saw earlier without his pants on. Okay, we're just getting the screen back to where it was. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, there's nothing else. There's just a manage mods option. Mods I made. Oh, you can upload a mod from this menu. Yeah. Okay, so that's how it works, Rock. So you can in fact just do that. Yeah, you can just upload straight from the game, which is pretty cool. I don't think there's like a method to make stuff though, but I don't know how it works. Maybe you unlock it. Maybe there is one. I like the goofy little console. I guess it's a Sega Saturn, isn't it? It's meant to look like one. It's like a copyright-free Sega Saturn. Wait. Oh, okay. Now the menu's here. Mod circuit. Okay. Right, now we'll try a mod. What have we got? 24 apparently. Bro Honky Bedroom Bash. I did want to. This one was very Katamari looking. I wanted to try this out. All right, let's see. Bro Honky's bedroom. Oh, he's got Sonic over there.
Ready, set,
This is like a revolt stage. Oh, onto the 3DS. Let's go. It's a cute stage. Onto Bit Trip Runner and Skate and Rhythm Thief. Some other games. Oh, it's Dreamcast. Cool, cool, cool. This is cool. This actually does fit the aesthetic of the game quite well. I think I missed a checkpoint, possibly. No, we're good, we're good. I think that's a PSP just there. Can't quite make it out. The way the background kind of moves is a bit funky. Let's get up there again. I remember Jelly Cars. I remember the original Jelly Car as well. The first one was a Wii game, a Wii homebrew game, as I recall, and then its sequel was an actual game on the 3DS. Already lost. Lost to who, though? I'm the only fucking person racing this stage. There's nobody else here. Oh, Scotch tape. Admiring the guy's collection. Oh, yeah, that was a PSP. I thought so. I saw the buttons. Be cool if there was like a giant cat that came out and attacked you. I think one of the Hot Wheels games does that. Dude just took a picture of his fucking room, the background. Hold on, alright, so Rhythm Thief and Vertigo 2. That's like... Is that a real game? Oh, it's a PS5 game! Oh my god, is that real? Fake news, surely. PS5? Come on now. Okay, I know Skate 3, I remember that. Bomb Rush Cyberpunk I've played. Yeah. One game. Literally, he's got one PS5 game. Alright, what's the collection here? It's Dreamcast, Trickstyle. Was Trickstyle on the Dreamcast? I thought that was on the PS2. Maybe I had a Dreamcast version. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. What's that first one? Crazy Taxi. Yeah. Virtua Tennis. And Coaster Works. Interesting. Dreamcast boxes didn't look like that over here, actually. They were blue over here. And they were much nicer looking, if I do say so. And on that matter, the blue Dreamcast logo, also superior. Much better than stinky orange logo that the US and Japan got. Why would you... It's Sega, dude. Why would you not want a blue logo? It was literally perfect. Everything was blue. The blue game cases, blue logo. I don't really get the orange. I think they had it right in the PAL region. Oh, and here's all the Crash Team Racing stuff that's been ported over. Let's do Coco Park. Okay, so the Japanese logo was orange. So hold on, let me load it up here. Oh, it was actually like slightly different. I think, was it like redder in the US or something? Apparently there's 3 logos. I thought there was only 2, but yeah, hold on. So who was what? Okay, both the red and orange logos are used in the pictures. Oh, okay. So I think there is only actually 2, but I think some people like claim there's a red version, but there isn't. It's just orange. It really is weird since Sonic is blue and the console is known for being orange. Yeah, it's not. The weird thing is though, in the UK, it's not known for being orange. Like nothing was orange in the UK. Everything from like the games themselves to the logo to like the bio screens, it was all blue. You know, so Dreamcast being orange was one of those moments where I like went on the internet and I was like, huh? What? The Euro was the blue one, yes. Here's a little bit of a thing. So, here's what the logo looked like everywhere else. It was like orange. And we got the blue one, which is this one. I will give you a bit of a flash there. I like this one. We'll use this this Reddit picture to illustrate what I'm talking about. Fucking WebP. That'll probably work, maybe. Would have been cool if each region had a different colour to represent Sonic, Tails and Knuckles, but I can see how that might have been a marketing nightmare. Yeah, so like the picture that came up did have that one. They made it blue, but it's not quite that Sega blue. Yeah, it's not. It's a bit brighter, isn't it? I noticed that too, but I really liked it as a kid. I thought it looked super aesthetic. But yes, when you look it up online, you get this picture. And I'm not actually sure that the orange and red variations are real. I think they were all like closer to the left one, to the Tails one. But yeah, Sonic Blue was what the Power region got. So I don't know why they bothered, honestly. It's so weird. It was such a weird choice. Because nowhere else in the world got it. But yeah, we got the blue Dreamcast, which extended to the console itself, to all the games on it, to the boxes. I'll get a picture of the boxes, actually, because that's quite interesting too. So let me get we'll just do this one. Big picture. Yeah, Mandela effect. It almost is. It feels like that to me, you know. Oh God, here it is. So here's what a Dreamcast box looks like in the UK. A case. This is like, again, completely different to every other region where they had like the slim kind of white and black boxes. We had these chunky fucking blue things, and you might be able to tell from like the side, but I don't know how much it comes across in the picture. But these things were thick. Like they were like little books. They were super thick. Might be able to get a side picture possibly. Yeah. Here's a good one. And again, this was just in the UK. They weren't like this anywhere else, which again is fucking really weird. Like I don't know what we did to deserve getting all this, but yeah, we got a completely different style. Here's what the boxes look like. They are, and I think they're fucking beautiful. To be fair, I have a bit of a Dreamcast collection, and I really do rate how they did this. So we get these like big chunky boxes and quite well built too. Like compared to PS1 boxes and stuff, they might have been a complete waste of money. Like but the aesthetic of Dreamcast over here is completely different to what it was everywhere else in the world. I think so too, Rick. I think so too. You get these nice, sexy blue boxes, obviously art on the game disc and all that as well. And yeah, they're all fairly well made. But yeah, it was a Mandela effect for me because I went online and found out that everywhere else in the world got a completely different Dreamcast than what I got. But yeah, it doesn't stop at the logo. Like the entire presentation of the Dreamcast was different over here, which is a shame because it was super cool. I think everybody else got shortchanged a little bit. So I love the big blue boxes. And I think it's still, they just look nice, you know, look nice on a shelf. They have a nice consistency about them. But yeah, that is something I noticed there, just looking at the Dreamcast boxes in the game. They're the slim American ones. Anyway, let's do a CTR stage. This is Coco Park. We've got the music. I like that it has the Sega Saturn rendering as well. It's like barely being able to render a foot in front of me. Yeah, actually, Rick, that is a good point. They were a bigger deal in Europe, and that historically was always the case. Oh, the pad doesn't actually do anything yet. Hopefully they sort that out. Whoa, look at that. So, in the era of the Master System and the Mega Drive, they were a very big deal over here, and were in fact mostly more popular than Nintendo for most of their run. I think things only really turned around in like the late Super Nintendo era. I think around Yoshi's Island and Donkey Kong Country and stuff, Super Nintendo started to pick up again. But before that, it was all Sega all the time. Sega would always get like, they'd always be all over the gaming shows on the TV, and it would just generally be like the. Before that, of course, it would be like the home computers and stuff. But the first consoles to really get big over here were Sega ones. Yeah, exactly. Never. It's a shame. They couldn't really compete with the PS2, but I love the Dreamcast. I think it's so cool. I think the games on it were so high quality. The original games, that is. Obviously got a lot of shitty ports and stuff, but like a lot of nice memories with it. But like, yeah, in Europe and UK, what's bizarre is the Saturn didn't do well over here either. Like that was the exception. That bombed everywhere, as you'd expect, and that I think derailed things a little bit. But like, I do think they came back with Dreamcast a fair bit. Dreamcast was popular for the brief time that it was around, but like it just wasn't popular enough, you know. I think it was pretty much the same story in the States, but like for a while, like there was still lots of stuff coming out for it. But yeah, when the PS2 came out, it was a monster everywhere, and there was no getting around it. So the crash stages are still like, they're still a little rough, but like they're mostly there. This is how you do this stage, by the way. Oh, you got a pro showing me how it is. The man that killed the Dreamcast 5 hours essay. Oh god, there's so many of those. I don't think you can put it to like a single man or anything like that. Oh, look at this. Holy shit. Never's got... Never shielded a video of himself. Holy shit. He really is a VTuber. Fuck, dude. Oh, wait. Are you gonna... What's the time? What's the fucking time? Just 52 seconds. 54 seconds. Oh, 55. Okay. You still get the sad music, but I guess there isn't really a target. But yeah, you did it very well. Good job. Never 1322. Oh, you got. I'm gonna hit that subscribe button. Oh, I'm hitting that first click and here we go. I got Never's VTuber account. Like when he's ready to start streaming, we're ready to go. Oh, there we go. I'll do it on my ult as well. Everybody, here's Never's YouTube. Don't be sure to fake Astley. Too late, buddy. I'm ready for your debut. It's like everybody subscribing to fucking Senzoa's channel. Ready for Indie Gura. I'm ready for Indie Astley any moment now. He's gonna nuke his channel now that I've subscribed to it. Alright, let's do Green Hill Zone. That sounds like fun. Oh, this is a nice stage. I think it's a Sonic Mania port. Alright, let me get my boost on. I gotta bin it now. It's too late. It's been soiled. I just want to see your runs, dude. I want to see how you do on parking garage rally. That's all it is. Oh, dude. Hold on, I gotta do a good run on this. I know this stage well enough, surely. It's terrible. But yeah, I've watched a decent amount of like deep dives on Dreamcast lore and stuff, and what killed Sega and all that shit, and a lot of it just comes down to early mismanagement of like the 3D era and stuff. I think they couldn't have really done much different with the Dreamcast, because like they had a lot of good shit available, and you know they had decent licenses and all that, but it just comes down to the PS2 being better. Not even better in terms of hardware, but just better in terms of what people could play on it, and just having better support, and just being a cultural juggernaut, you know, and everybody wanting one. The Dreamcast was popular on launch, but they, unfortunately, coming straight after the Saturn, they just didn't have the hype. And they couldn't have possibly had the hype because they just had a very anti-hype console, you know? Why do I have 2 subs? I fucking subscribed to you on my alt as well, first time. My completely non-VTuber related channel. I think I subbed to you on that first, and I was like, oh, well, that's not the right one. Oh, Sonic's here. I'll have to take that one away. These turns make me think of the medieval swamp level. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Very much so. I always say it, but the Dreamcast was just a better PS1 and 64 one, but fell behind when compared to PS2, GC, and Xbox. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was a weird half generation of unique hardware. It was, it was. I don't think it would have, like, fell behind too much if, like, if people were still, if they still gave enough of a shit to work on it. It was like a half a generation behind, but, like, I think you could say the same for stuff like the Switch. So I think it doesn't really matter that much. I think technical specs are only a small part of what makes success and stuff like that. So I think a good example is like the recent GTA 3 port that they've been doing on it. I think they've done a little bit of Vice City now as well. But like that's a good example of like a very important game for that gen that like has been certainly at this point proven to be possible on Dreamcast, you know? So if they could have made that on Dreamcast, they could have essentially, you know, done anything, you know? Like that was probably one of the biggest games of the gen, and it was possible there. So other things could have been possible too if people just had the inclination to make it so, you know? I don't think we really got to see the full extent of what the hardware was capable of because of how quickly and decisively it was killed. I think so much of seeing a gaming gen is like seeing what it can do at the end of its life, and we just never got to see that, you know? PS2 was easier to pirate. Maybe not a big deal for many countries in the North, but all the third world countries in the South went crazy with the PS1. The PS1 as well, actually. I had a pirate PS1 myself. Thankfully, they hadn't cracked down much on it like in the late 90s and the early PS1 days. So like I remember just going to a game shop and saying, "Do you have like the what was the term? It wasn't modded. It was like chipped. Do you have the chipped one?" And they would just fucking went to the back and got me the chipped one. No extra charge. It's like, cool, thanks. And it was literally that easy to pirate back in the day. This was like fucking can't remember if it was like Electronics Boutique or if it was one of the like smaller shops, but like yeah, when I got my PS1, I just had to ask, and they gave me the fucking pirate one because like they didn't give a fuck back then. So yeah, like it was the same with the PS2. I think for a lot of like Latin America and like elsewhere in the world, Europe and stuff, I do remember a lot of those like PS2 pirate discs. The PS2 GTA versions were the funniest ones, but there are so many variations, like all different like dodgy mods and stuff. There was like a fake version of GTA 4 that ran on San Andreas engine that like on the PS2. You can just release anything, obviously, because it's all like pirate shit anyway. Now we're talking. We got it. We got it. Okay, okay. Ah. Oh, it's alright. It's alright. Alright, there's the run. There's the run. There's the run. Does that count? That doesn't count? Damn. I'm not sure where it wanted me to go there. People weren't obsessed with the hardware wars and graphical fidelity push and treated games more like they do now with the indie scene, it would have lived. I completely agree. And I thought there were a lot of very cool indie and artistic games on the Dreamcast as well that that really stood out for the strength of their style. So I completely agree. I think if, you know, it's the problem with being at that specific point in time where graphics were getting so much better that, yeah, it became an obsession, but like it had enough capability to do absolutely fine. You could make graphically impressive stuff, but you could also just make cool stuff, you know? The homebrew scene of Dreamcast is kind of accomplishing the end of life we never got to see since their point in GTA 3. Exactly, that's what I mean. And they've already got a decent ways into porting Vice City too, and since that one's on the same engine, like that's pretty much going to be a guaranteed perfect port as well eventually. I remember getting one of those that didn't boot, yeah. I didn't have the... I did get a hacked PS2 eventually, but like I just did the memory card exploit that like everybody did, the free McBoot. I didn't have one in like its heyday, but I do remember seeing the pirate games at the market. But I think by that point I was old enough to know, oh yeah, this shit ain't gonna work, so I didn't bother. But I got a fair few on the PS1. I remember there was a really good NES emulator disc for the PS1. I say really good. It's not like fucking. I'm sure it's not speedrunner standard, but I remember it being like pretty solid. It just had like fucking 300 games or some shit on it, and it ran fine. Like for the time, I remember thinking like it was actually alright. I was quite young at the time, but like I remember I had, so I've talked about this before, but I had the like a bootleg NES gamepad thing, the Super Joy, that like plugs directly into the TV, and I like that, but like that was like crunchy, that was like shitty, you know, very janky, you know, it's a traditional Brazilian sort of dodgy bootleg thing, but like I remember like being impressed with the PS1, like 500 PS1, 500 NES games in one disc or whatever, because like it actually emulated well. And when I went back to it later in life, after I found it on a fucking pirate site or something, I played it like, I don't know, 2008 or whatever, just for a laugh, and I was like, oh, actually, it's alright. Why are you doing this to yourself? This stage isn't happening. You're right. I'm sorry, Rock. I'm sorry. Alright, I think that's just about everything. There's these ones, Daikoku. Let's try this. Oh, I think there's actually a stage that's already in the game. It's just with it's with the modded stages, so it must be modded. It looks cool. We're kind of floating in a fucking lava pit. Oh shit! I think it's just a picture of a car park actually. The stage keeps disappearing. It's okay though. We're fine. We're fine. This one is happening, I think. This one's fine. We can do this one. This reminds me of like a Saturn when it's dying, you know? The foreground layer just keeps disappearing. Is that the gimmick of the stage, maybe? Maybe it's not a glitch and it's just what happens. I like the music. I feel like Ryan Gosling right now. Very drive core, this music. Real human being. I drive around the car park. I don't think it would make a difference, to be honest. Many titles are still remembered and idolized to this day. People always liked the games. It died because of brand image, tech support, economics, and politics. I also think it would not make a difference because at that point in time we still had a ton of more artistic games on the scene. In all consoles, which is why many of the reasons I think it was the best era of gaming. We had the graphical and technical push forward, we still had the very soulful games. I agree, Mechanica. I think you're absolutely right. I think I don't want to sound like I'm having sour grapes over like the games that we got or the stuff that happened with the PS2, because honestly, it didn't like result in a bunch of bullshit coming out. Like, it was a really strong era, and it continued to be for years. As you said, super good time. I think part of my kid self is still salty because I bet on the Dreamcast. I got one like in like late '99 or whatever, and my parents were very kind to get me one, and obviously spent a lot of their hard-earned money on one. And I got like a good year out of it when games were coming out, and then games stopped coming out. And we're in like late 2000 or whatever. It's announced that they're discontinuing it, and the stores pull the Dreamcast games from the shelves instantly. I don't know how it was everywhere else in the world, but the second that Sega announced that, you couldn't get a Dreamcast game anywhere. It was like it just stopped existing. Like, I think the retailers were pissed, and they were just like, okay, well, fuck it, we'll just take all this shit, put it in a fucking furnace and burn it. Because, like, you couldn't get a Dreamcast game anywhere, like, from, like, the fall of 2000 to, like, early 2001. You had to go to the fucking car boot sale. You had to go to, like, the used game store to find a Dreamcast game. And that was the frustrating part, you know? Because, like, as a kid, I was just, like, I was so upset about it because I loved it. I played so many cool games on it, and I didn't want to. I thought the PS2 was cool, but I didn't want to get a new console, dude. My poor fucking parents, had just shelled out for this one, and they, I didn't end up getting a PS2 until like I think it was 2002 or so. So a fair bit later. No, it was later. I think it was like maybe early 2003, mid 2003, that I finally got a PS2. Because, I was still having fun with the Dreamcast. I was still having fun with the N64, to be fair, and, like, PS1 and stuff. I got mileage out of my shit. Because, I was a poor family. We had to. But, it was, I think part of the bitterness, it was just that I couldn't get more out of it. But what we got out of it was good. Don't get me wrong on that. But, like, yeah, I would have liked to have, like, given my Dreamcast the run it deserved, I suppose. In terms of, like, just, having lots of stuff come out for it that I can kind of, like, enjoy it for a bit longer. But, saying that, I still play stuff on it. I still enjoy it. So, yeah, it's a silly little thing. But, yeah, I thought it was a bummer as a kid that, like, they stopped making games for it. But, that's just kind of the risk you take when you're into gaming, I suppose. Sometimes you bet on the wrong horse, This was one such case. Alright, so I've played a couple of the mod stages. They're cool. Nom stoop waffle. I forgot noms as a command. The command you can use. Alright, one more try. I only have the one fucking car, which is annoying. If I could use a slightly heavier car, I think I might be alright. There were so many wrong horses throughout the entirety of gaming, and now only the big three exist. Yeah, Rick, gaming was more fun with wrong horses, We are worse off that shit like the Jaguar and the 3D FX and the fucking 3DO and all that shit doesn't exist anymore,
Ready, set, go!
They may have not been objectively good, but they did, they added a bit of charm to everything. Yeah, people were on their toes, absolutely. There was an actual race happening, and people were trying. They weren't necessarily succeeding, but they were giving it a good shot, and that is what it's all about. And everybody was rushing to make the next cool 3D racing game, for instance. There were 3D racing games on the 3DO. There were 3D racing games on the fucking... on the Jaguar, on the Lynx. And of course the PS1 and the Saturn. And everybody was just kind of figuring it out. For now, the way things are going, I doubt shit will last. Yeah, it's the big three for now, but let's be honest, the Xbox is this last gen. Like, there's not going to be a fucking... There's not going to be a third. Like, they're basically selling out. You can play fucking Forza on the PS5 now. So, it's going to be the big 2 soon. And it's probably just going to... God knows what Sony's even going to do next. Like, probably something fucking awful with their track record. So, yeah, it's going to be the big 2, and it may not even be the big 2. They should just still be releasing games on PS2. They shouldn't have stopped. We didn't need to go any further than that. This should have a PS2 version I can just boot up. Though knowing the devs of this, they probably want there to be. I'd love to see a Saturn version, considering it's doing like the Saturn style. Makes you wonder how much is actually possible. Because like they're pretty liberal with like the draw distance and stuff in this. Like, it's not that good. They're obviously trying to limit themselves for the sake of the aesthetic. Yeah, it's really just the big Nintendo and PC. That's all that really matters. There's stuff that's getting, like, timed exclusivity to the PS5 and all that, but that's it, really. It's just a brief time. Yeah. Nintendo nerds will keep buying it, absolutely. $90 is insane. As I said, I might buy it eventually if like I really want to be involved. But like, I don't know. It's painful, dude. PS5 has like 3 exclusives and that's it. And constantly, it's a number that's constantly going down too. Oh, that was fucking cool. That might be the first time I actually pulled off one of those. Unfortunately, I think I missed the checkpoint. Oh, I did it again. Nice. Yeah, I'm not going to get it at the start. No fucking way. I might get it eventually. I just did 2 successful flips in a row. Unfortunately, I'm like way behind time, but fuck it. It was fun. Thank you. I didn't order a Switch 2 or Mario Kart. It's a little surprising for you, Rick, but I guess it makes sense. Because like, they don't really have anything for the Switch 2 yet. Mario Kart is kind of all they have. Like, I'm sure some of us will get it eventually, but I'd rather just wait until they've got a real fucking lineup. I guess Kirby Air Ride will be good too, most likely, but I don't know. I'm a fan of the original, but I'm not the biggest fan, you know? I think it's fine. I think it's neat. Now, if they announced F-Zero on release, then we'd be talking, you know? Oh yeah, 360p Cyberpunk. Oh boy. I hope that is a complete train wreck and runs like complete ass, because it'll be funny. Mario Kart is supplementary. Yeah, I get that. I get that. There's not really anything mainline coming out, so I get that. The game's bust the bank. Yeah, I mean, if you want to get like multiple games, you're absolutely busting the bank, and that's a bit of a downer, you know. Nobody wants to have a console with one fucking game, but $90 each is crazy, especially for like games that are just ports of previous Switch games and shit like that. It's very silly. Oh, that... Can I do the flip? Kind of, yeah, I'll take it. Oh, it's a Rippy! Hey, another raid. Hello, welcome. Oh, welcome. Hello. Hello, A-Bros, welcome. Hello, welcome. It's the Allium. She's here, and she's brought all her troopers with her. Donkey Kong would be probably good too. Yeah, that one would be alright. Hello. How are you guys doing? Hope you had a good stream. Let me give you the shout out, Rippy. We're having a fun time flipping our car at the moment in Parking Garage Raleigh. It's quite fun. It's a cool game actually. It's very Sega Saturn style. We were just talking about how some of these guys are gonna eat themselves out of house and home by buying a Switch 2. Oh, nice! The Mega May. Hope it's going well. How was X3 actually? I've never played X3. I've played X1 and 2. Did you have fun? The boss was stinky. Was it stinky in a very hard sense, or was it stinky in a program like crap sense? What I've heard about the X series is that they just get more janky as they go. And then by the time you get to like the PS2 era, they're very silly. Yeah, welcome in everybody. Make yourselves comfortable. I'm Spike After Dark, by the way. I play racing games, as Arippy probably mentioned. We're currently playing Parking Garage Rally, which is a relatively new game that is retro-styled, and it is exactly what it says on the tin. It is about racing in parking garages. They were stinky bad! Understandable. I had fun. The boss mechanics are just kind of irritating, but it was alright. Nice. You are a Mega Man Pro at this point. You've gone through basically everything up to X3, so I think you're a good litmus test on what is real stinky and what's stinky bad. Oh, nice jump. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Let's do a big drift. Ah, brutal. With the sad sax music. I need to somehow make 230 on this, but I'm nowhere close right now. My Twitch has a 20-second delay on when I press enter. Ooh. Are they punishing you? Maybe you were spamming too much. That is bizarre. But yeah, don't worry about it. Thank you so much for the raid, and I hope you guys had a lovely time. I'm going to be wrapping up here soon as well. I'm just trying to... This is like my last-ditch attempt at getting this stage down, because like this one's really hard. This game in general is hard. Especially, I think I'm in like Vancouver at the moment. Yeah, this is an entire racing game, and it's actually pretty good. Like, it's the controls and the mechanics and stuff are very solid. Shut up, Mechanica. Don't you start that. The Mega Man X boss of all time. Yeah. I have to play X3 myself so I can figure that out. I will eventually. I do want to play it. 1 and 2 are very good, and they have great music and great aesthetics and stuff. I've definitely beat the first one. I think I still need to beat X2 because I think X2 filtered me at some point. Alright, here we go. But yeah, this game's interesting because not only is it comprised entirely of parking garages, but they're all famous ones. So like a Vancouver Mega Mall and Seattle Airport and stuff like that. Yeah. So like, it's quite an interesting concept. They're adapting real places into these little rally courses. I think there is a UK stage as well. It's somewhere in the game. I think it's York, if I remember correctly. One of the parking garages in York. I keep saying parking garages because I'm trying to accommodate everybody who's watching. I would never say the term parking garage. I would say car park. But like, that is the name of the game. The name of the game is not Car Park Rally, so I can't call it that. It probably sounds a bit literal to some of you, but that is what they're called in the UK. They're just called car parks. It's where you park your car. Sometimes simple is best. Okay, we might have a chance here if we just get lots of blue. Blue is the fastest boost you can get in the game. Ah! I always overthink that one and try and get one more in, but there's no chance. I've never been to Canada, so I have no real frame of reference for how accurate or inaccurate this is. UK is its silly, weird language. Yeah. Okay, let's do a quick restart. One more try. I don't want to subject you all to too much of this. Although this game is really cool and I do recommend it. It's also hard as balls. This is only... oh, for God's sake. This is only still technically the easy course. There's 3 courses in the game. Easy, medium, and hard. I think it's called like novice and heavy and experienced or something. But this is still technically the easy course. I'm on like the second to last stage, and I'm struggling, bro. I'm struggling. Oh, I'm trying everything I can to not flip the car there, but I don't know what the secret is. You know, sometimes I slow down, it still flips. Sometimes I go way too fast and it flips. Maybe the thing is just to kind of approach from the side, so I don't know, so we don't have quite so much momentum. Forward momentum, I should say. Anyway, it's been great to actually stream again. I've been not being able to stream so much because I had a roommate in my work accommodation who thankfully is gone now, so I am free to stream late and stream to make all the noise I want. And I can do whatever. Oh, I still have to start fairly late because of, you know, work and working at a entertainment venue that stays up quite late. But like, yeah, I don't mind getting started late. I'm kind of a vampire anyway, so yeah, it's been good. And I will have more stuff on soon. I think I can confirm what the next stream is going to be on Friday night. I'm actually going to be playing a monster truck game. The plan for that one is Monster Truck Madness 2 for PC, which I've not been able to stream for a bit, as I've been sorting out kinks involving how it displays. However, it's a fun game, from what I understand. I've played Midtown Madness 2 and 1, which I believe it's from the same developer back when they were doing the Madness series. They also did Motocross Madness. So they just had all these different spin-offs. But yeah, I'll be playing the Monster Truck one. I'm looking forward to that. Gobbledygook. Did we create Gobbledygook? Is that German? I don't know. I feel like Gobbledygook, it sounds like it could be English, but also might not be. Sounds a bit like Glockenspiel or something, you know? I don't know. I might need to see a dictionary for that one. We definitely have created some very silly words, though. Did you uploaded the CRT VOD? What VOD's that? CRT VOD? What does that stand for? I might be too tired. My brain might be too slow at the moment. Dan, don't say cathode ray tube. Oh, CTR. Yeah. I think so. We did have the VOD clear out recently on Twitch, didn't we? It should still be there. So the stuff, I think it was only highlights that were deleted. I don't think all my VODs were deleted as well. Like my recent VODs. Alright, one more attempt. That was 38. That was only like 8 seconds over. Alright, one more. Last one. 2 extra days, yeah. They did not pull the trigger. Okay. I don't know, actually. I think on Twitch. So on Twitch, to find a VOD, you have to go to like recently streamed or something. I'm gonna have to start on the YouTube streams pretty soon, aren't I? When I have a bit of time to sort that out, get restream set up or whatever, I will start on those pretty soon, so I can have the instant VOD archives and the 1 or 2 randomers that join. If they backpedaled and didn't do it at all, I would have been pretty pissed. I didn't do all that archiving. But yeah, as far as I know, nothing's been lost. All the VODs on YouTube are up to date. Well, not up. They're not super up to date. I don't think they have like the last couple weeks, but nothing from that era has been taken off Twitch anyway, so it's okay. So yeah, it's pretty much good to go. I just need to set up streaming on there so I can have it instantly. And yeah, you know, I don't know. It might not be so bad. I think being on YouTube might be okay. I think there's a lot of people that like racing games are on there and not on Twitch, so I think it would be good. Femboy ASMR era. Don't know about that. I don't know about that one. Setting up the frames. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. That would be tricky. I think. I'm gonna have to bite the bullet and do it at some point, but yeah, it's worth doing, at least for the short term, you know. I think the audience that I'm interested in reaching are a lot of the guys I watch racing game essays about, you know, which is a decent, you know, half dozen or so guys that do racing game featured content, and like they're all on YouTube, you know. I don't really know many people who are on Twitch. I know a few people that like do racing game stuff on YouTube that also stream on Twitch, and their YouTube is by far more popular. So like I should have some kind of presence on there, you know. I know in my gut that I should, because that is logically the people that are going to be looking for me and looking for the games that I play. Thank you for subscribing to my good VTuber friend, Never Gonna Give You Up, whose YouTube is now public. You can just scroll up on the chat to find it. And he posts his runs in this game on there. And we'll soon start doing commentary on them, and we'll then debut his live 2D model. I suppose first it'll be his PNG model, and then his live 2D. And then his Vroid. Then he'll do the VR chat streams with me. Oh my god, alright, I'm out. I can't fucking take any more. No, I'm joking, of course. Never did no such thing. I'm teasing him. Oh, dude, no, we need to bring him back. We need to bring him back, Crick. We need the Vroid hoodies back. They're imperative. They're essential to VTubing, dude. We haven't had enough of them being made lately. So if we can get a few more Vroid hoodies, maybe we can bring back the soul of VTubing. I think you would all agree. 500 PNG. Oh, nice. It's a Fiat 500. Is that what you mean? $500 500. Oh, I missed the conversation entirely. So a $500 Fiat 500 PNG. Good work, Never. Well worth the expense. Okay. Well, it's 2 a.m. It's actually 20 past 2 a.m. just about. Let's wrap it up here. But thank you all for joining me. I will be back on Friday with another stream if I'm not dead. Which I hope not to be. I'm gonna get the get the little oddly colored bruise on my leg checked out tomorrow. I presume everything will be cool there. Lapin's on. Bloom is on. Charlotte is on. You're welcome, everybody. This is a really fun game, by the way. I do recommend checking it out if you like parking garages, if you like cars, if you like lots of drifting. I'm still not that good at it, so I'm not giving you my best gameplay here, admittedly. If you scroll up and see Never's video, that is actually what this game looks like when somebody who's decent is playing it. But I really like it still. It's fun, but not in a bad way, not in a scuffed way. I mean, it's hard, but not in a bad way, not in a scuffed way. Let's raid Bloom. We haven't actually been to see him in a while. He's doing his Doom with Bloom series, playing. Looks like the mod is called Nova 4 this time. Yeah, he's always fun to hang with. Let's see if it did post before the raid. Nice, Rippery, nice. And thank you for the raid. We'll raid Mr. Bloom. I'll be back in a couple days with some monster trucks. So come along to that if you like. And, what's Vroid? Oh, I can answer that for you very quickly. It's some VTubing software that lets you make a 3D model. That is what my model here, me, is what I'm using to be me. I need to get a new model sometime soon. I need to make one. Because I can definitely do a little bit better than this now, but I'm always busy. Bring back the hoodie. I never had a hoodie. So we can't bring it back. But we should bring back the hoodie generally. Like the hoodie VTubers should come back. I was too harsh on them. I was saying earlier how we need more males. We need more hoodie males to just give it a try. And then we can truly conquer the Fujos in pure numbers. Oh, Dr. Phil, yeah. Oh, I don't have that model sitting around. I would get it out for you sometime, Mechanic Cat. PNGs of hoodie V-Royds. I'm sure I've seen that. Anyway, good night, everybody. Let's go raid Professor Bloom. Drop a wrench in chat. Or drop a spike cheer. You know how it goes. And I will see you guys soon. Take care.